printed through?
Comics Wellspring.
And yeah, this is printed with Comics Wellspring. Came out beautiful.
High quality stuff. People think it's fantastic. All the books that you see at my table are through Comics Wellspring.
Not here, but I'm thinking like there, right? Like
you gotta give, yeah.
So one up,
But you gotta give me angular. You can't give me arched eyebrows like a fucking cartoon character.
So wait.
You gotta give me angular eyebrows, and one of them's gonna be arched like the Rock. Right?
So one
You gotta
up,
make me look like the villain from Flash Gordon.
Like I'm saying, like one up and right, and then the other one like.
Yeah, like questioning.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
Like
the
he's-
eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's questioning.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
But it should be more angular, like a
Like he's saying with like
Like
a V
sharp?
shape.
Oh,
V,
more like,
yeah,
more
like very
this.
like yeah. What do you think about that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
let's
a
try
Mr.
that.
Mix-Up.
All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. All right, everybody, we're here at SPX. I am Johnny C. I'm here with my good pal Dino. They've decided by committee that I am missing eyebrows, so Dino here is gonna put some eyebrows on me. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I think I start this side.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get the hat off. There you go.
Go.
Taking on a Submariner type of look. Looks like an early Submariner in an amazing way.
Do I look like I could be fucking Sue Richards?
Oh, dude.
Right on.
Me, Richard.
Or fighting Tony Stark.
There we go.
There you
It's
go.
like swap.
This is what it's like to get cosmetic surgery from somebody who worked at Marvel. Yeah, this is next level shit. This might be the most valuable fucking thing illustrated SPX this weekend. Thanks, brother. That's fucking dope. That's dope, dude. Thank you.
Look at me.
Available now in the Philview February catalog. It's the Mighty Mascots. Born from a 3D printing accident, the weirdest superhero team ever hits comic book shops this spring. From Filbo Distribution. Featuring a killer variant cover by the legendary Chris Gerostergios. Ask your local shop to reserve copies today. The Mighty Mascots, Issue 1.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Indie Comics Relay. I'm your host, Keith Gleason, creator of the Mighty Mascots and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. With me, as always, Johnny C., creator of Sartana, the comic, surrounded by death and the pond. For who, Johnny?
My good cousin Roger Morocco.
And our third co-host, the Time Lord of Tangents himself, Harry G. What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Johnny is exhausted right now. I'm a little tired too, but not as tired as Johnny. Holy shit. Johnny, tell him your day.
Yeah, so I'm fresh off of C2E2. We couldn't extend, our flight was Monday, and very erroneously I booked it wrong, and
Okay.
so I booked it till Sunday. So when it came down to it, I couldn't extend my hotel
Oh shoot.
another night, right? So I looked around in the area and it came down to like, do I spend almost $300 for like roughly 6 to like 8 hours worth of time? And I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah, right.
So I ended up opting to go to my cousin and I ended up opting to go to the airport very early for our flight. Like we're talking 12 hours early.
Oh.
And we stayed at the terminal.
Oh.
And we kind of hung out there and just kind of hunkered down. Barely made dinner with the poorest choice possible. and then I had a flight, slept on the plane miraculously, which I don't normally sleep on planes.
Yeah.
So I
can't do
slept
that either.
for the
I can't.
yeah. So, but I was just so tired. I
can't
slept for the 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
On the flight.
Mm-hmm.
Landed, grabbed a cup of coffee, got my shit together, went home, worked from 2 to 6.
Oh my god, that's insane.
6:30 actually.
Yeah.
And then everything that went wrong at work probably did, in that regard. Like it's just like, as it always would, Murphy's Law. And then now we got the show.
Oh my god. I almost feel bad for having the show tonight.
No, it's okay, but it's also coming off of the worst C2E2 I've ever had.
Oh,
geez.
interesting.
This
Okay, yeah.
C2E2 tested me.
Really?
This
Okay.
C2E2 had me standing in front of my table at one point going, should I quit comics?
Oh no, you had one of those moments.
And like, because I even said it out loud, I was like, if I was a lesser man, I wouldn't be doing this anymore.
Wow.
And that's not for a lack of the show.
Okay.
Like there were other factors. I have a laundry list of factors that come into play. None I'm going to share tonight.
Okay.
And maybe about
I'll talk to you
maybe
this
about
week.
55 to 59% of it's my fault.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely talk to you this weekend at Retro.
At some point, I'll fill you in on all the dirty details.
I gotta hear it. Yeah, I gotta hear what happened.
But all my table mates did well.
Obviously, I'm there. I'll be there to support you too. I'll give you any advice that I have.
Yeah.
Well, here
It was
I'm just a good ear. I'm a good listener. So
that's
that
for
kind of
sure. That's
shit.
for sure.
But
no,
honestly,
I
we've
did
all
have a
had
good
those
support
moments.
system there as well. So like it was just it's just a matter of like you can't let a bad moment capitalize you. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, man. Like those moments, they're powerful too. Like they will. That scene in Rocky, was it Rocky 6? And he's giving the speech to his kid
or
about
5.
No, 6 when his son. When he talks about like how life will beat you down and you gotta just, it's like I always think of that scene when something really like,
I was thinking more
bad
Rocky
like
5
that
when he's in
happens.
the he's like laying in
5
the
is when he beats that guy in the alley. 6 is the one where
but he's like laying. Yeah, but in 5 though he's like laying in the pavement, and like old Mickey, like down and out,
Oh, yeah,
that wasn't
you
5, right?
Yeah, you froze for a second there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but like I just think of those moments, and I've had those moments too, Johnny. It's just there's certain factors that happen, and then and I think even the last time it happened to me was at like one of Jason's Vermont shows.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with the show, like you said, like on yours, like there was people there. It just I was kind of just like, it was just like no one wants comics anymore. Like, and it was more like just a thing like, why am I doing this? And
yeah. But I also I went into the show a little unprepared.
Yeah.
I had a very great show the prior week in Connecticut.
Okay.
At Dragon's Realm.
Yeah, you told me, like we texted a little bit before you got on the plane.
Right.
And you were telling me about how great that was. So yeah, I was like, oh, cool.
So to that point, I went in with less inventory. You know what I mean? Like if I had books, like if I had Surrounded by Death, I think I would have done better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because people really like. I had the reader copy, and people would pick it up, and the reader copy had some pages falling out. It's like it's worn, it's well worn. So it's like I can't sell you this, and they're like, "Oh, I really love the idea," but I had nothing to give them. I pointed them to the digital, but I don't blame them because I'm the same way. They like the tactile object. You know what I mean? I like having a physical copy, and I don't blame them. I've been trying to read digital, especially because we have our good friends at Global Comics. And our other good friends at the Majestic Reader.
It's tough with Comic Cons though, because a lot of the people that go to them are looking for physical,
Yes, and then to that point, it's like you want to be able to give the people what they want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear more about this, but maybe we'll talk. I would like to hear more about both of those shows, even at the very end, or
if we can get back. We can get into it more later on.
Stuff to talk about with Tony. We can talk about those conventions.
We'll talk about.
This shouldn't turn into a therapy session.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, right.
not
Comic-Con
a
group therapy.
No, not a therapist session, but I want to hear about the shows themselves.
Oh yeah. I'd be
the
happy
therapist
to get into
session we'll do off the air, and I want to talk
Later.
to you.
Yeah,
I had
later.
a great idea for a sketch.
Oh, okay.
Comedic video sketch that's like a reoccurring series with 2 characters filmed exclusively at Comic-Cons. And I think that would be a great idea. I can see the thing being popular. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting.
So you're coming back,
I want to
Johnny.
hear about that too.
No, I never went away. I just had a bad show.
Yeah, Harry, when you don't do the convention, so you don't know what we're talking about. But it's one of those moments that can be devastating to a person.
Actually, so Keith knows because he knows the numbers. I did half of what I did last weekend.
Oh wow. And then well, that, and then how much more cost it was for you to go to this show. So yeah.
But there was a lot of value. I outlined all the bad shit, right? I just went on and on about the bad shit and all that stuff. But you know what? I got to see friends that I only see once a year sometimes.
So sometimes,
I got to table next to some really awesome people that we started chit chatting, and maybe we might have a collaboration. We never know.
Cool.
There's good things. The poor girl behind me, I forget her. Oh, Grace was her name. She had a bad show. So every day we were kind of commiserating a little bit together, but we were keeping each other optimistic and hopeful.
That's cool.
There was a lot of silver lining here.
That's what I love about indie creators too.
Right.
They got your back usually. Before we bring in first guest, Johnny, I stopped at before I came on the show tonight. I stopped at the convenience store to grab a soda for the night.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Found this. This is brand new.
What is it?
It's a new Mountain Dew, Dirty Mountain Dew. It's
Dew.
It's a Mountain Dew cream soda.
Oh my God! I gotta go to 7-Eleven right after the show and get some.
Let me crack it.
I'll be up all night.
I know, right?
Yeah, let's do the quick taste test.
Right.
While he's tasting that, I just want to fully endorse C2E2 Chicago is an awesome Comic-Con. It's a great time. I highly encourage everybody to go.
It tastes like a Mountain Dew that was watered down with cream soda.
Huh.
It's not bad.
Not
it
bad.
Actually mixes together well for some reason.
What's the more predominant flavor that comes
It's
through?
about even, actually. Actually, the aftertaste is a little more of the cream soda. But when you're drinking it, it feels even, almost like the Coke cherry float,
which that is great. That's really
that.
Good soda.
Yeah, so that's not bad. The aftertaste.
So Mountain Dew or Mountain Don't.
So Mountain Dew.
Mountain double down on it.
Yeah, right. Awesome. All right. Well, our first guest is actually in the green room already, and I'm excited to talk to her. Brand new guest to the show, never been on the show before. But saw our episode with Art Crumbs months and months ago.
Yeah.
I thought we were a cool bunch of guys, so she wanted to come on. And
nice. Cool.
She also does a manga, I think a webtoons kind of thing. But yeah, we'll learn all about her. And I think she's from overseas, if I'm not mistaken. So
wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
we're checking boxes here.
Yeah, right. Is it nuts? So without further ado, let's bring Alice Hoffman in. Alice.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Actually, very awake for the time because over
Yeah.
here it's like 3 a.m. Bit unusual
Oh my
for
God.
me, but like
Remind me
anything for a good chat.
what country are you in again? Remind me.
Austria, the one next to
Austria.
Germany, not Australia.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and you saw our show when we had Art Crumbs on. Is that how you? Came
Yeah,
to know
and
about
I
us?
watched a few like tidbits every now and then, and like just now I just got so invested in your story, Johnny, about the bad con, and it's like sometimes it be like that, but like please don't quit. It's gonna get better again.
Oh,
No, he
thank you
won't.
so much. But you know what though? Like
Yeah.
so this show can be a grind a little bit sometimes. And the fact that we have the reach to touch Austria and you were able to come on the show, that means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you for coming on the show. You kind of made my otherwise kind of miserable weekend. You made my day. So thank you, Alice.
Thank you too. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
She's now more than half back.
Yeah, right.
Do you speak?
My
so
life
you
meter's
speak
slowly recharging.
Yeah. Do you speak Austrian or German or what's
German.
It's a dumb question, but
Austria has its own dialects, and basically, if you ask people, it's a different language because it just sounds very different from proper German. Yeah, so
yeah,
that is good.
I took it. Yeah. I took German for 4 years in high school. I think I retained some words, but yeah. So
the word is tiny.
Yeah. What is this? What is it? What did you say?
Oh, go ahead, Alice. What did you say?
Oh, I just said the world is tiny because it's just funny. The coincidence is like how many people actually learn German, even though it's like only spoken in like a couple of countries, really. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, I took it in high school because everybody takes Spanish or French, So I'm like, I want to be different, so I took German. That's the only reason why I took it. But it's a good language to learn. It's very similar. It's very similar to English too. A lot of similar words.
Yeah, in some ways it can be kind of easier to learn in that sense. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to say, Alice, usually for first time, sorry, Keith, I'm taking your shtick here. For first time guests on the show, we want to get to like your origin story a little bit, like we normally do. So ideally, where's your inspiration come from? What led from you being the person who consumes and partakes in fandom to wanting to to be a part of that and to make things and create yourself as well?
Yeah, basically, I knew from the get-go, like at the start of Sentience, like I like creating, I like drawing, pencil good, and I just didn't know as a child like what's my thing going to be. And like so many people, the early wave of animated got localized really got me hard. Like before that, I was already like a Disney kid and whatever, and watching cartoons a lot. But like, I don't know, something with manga and anime, it's just like I would have liked to be able to say that like I fell in love with my boyfriend at the first sight, but now it's been manga and anime, sorry. That's the thing. And it was kind of like no questions asked. This is the thing. I gotta make it work one way or another.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's only
what is the comic manga scene like in Austria? Is there a lot of people that are into it? Is it?
Yeah, so basically Comic Cons became a thing over here now in the last, I'd say, decade or last 2 decades, slowly but steadily. And we have regular Western Comic Cons, but also a lot of manga anime cons, and I'm also organizing one of them. And it's steadily growing, I'd say. Now that Netflix is a thing, it's getting kind of mainstream all over the world. And that's pretty good timing, I'd say.
So you said you're organizing one too? Like you're helping to organize? Oh, wow.
Like a very
I'm an organizer too.
One. And I think Keith, you are also part of a con organization or
Yeah, actually, me and my wife run a show here locally in our town. We've been doing it almost 10 years. So it's grown from like this, small 40 table kind of thing to about 180 table kind of event now. So,
dang.
Yeah, it's a
of
lot to manage, but it's also between that and the comic stuff and then the lettering stuff I do, it's allowed me to not work full time anymore, which is kind of nice. I mean, still have to work, but it's more of a part-time kind of job now, which is nice.
Awesome.
You know? So eventually, you know, if you get yours off the ground, you know, you could be looking at something like that. You know, I don't know if it'll supplement all of your income, but you know,
income wise, it's more like I'm giving a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I was going to say,
right.
the more
It was
careful
kind of
you
a
are
bucket
and the
list
more you
item.
plan it, the better, you know, you might make some money at the end, you know, like I can say confidently that me and my wife have never lost money on our shows. We might have
Awesome.
worked a bunch for free, but we've always made a little bit of money at the end of it. So
Okay, that's
you know,
cool.
yeah. So I'm like,
Because if that's not a given.
yeah, as long as you plan everything and you know you look up, you try not to overexpend the amount of money you're taking in, and you can do it. It's a lot of people tend to go, you know, for lack of a better word, balls to the wall with their events, you know, and so they end up overspending, and then they end up not making any money at the end, you know. So
Yeah, that's basically the con horror story with those events that go way too big, way too soon, and don't have the basics down.
Oh, yep, 100%. We've seen a bunch up in our neck of the woods. Johnny, you look like you were going to say.
I was
something.
going to say I'd love to do a Comic-Con in Austria just to check it out, and,
right?
You know, see what the vibe is like. I'm sure you know the fandom out there is just phenomenal. I bet.
Yeah, it's very fun. And I likewise, I haven't been to the US. I always see like every now and then some videos about them, but like it's not the same as stepping in, obviously. So over here, I'd say we have a pretty tight-knit community, and I bet every country has its own flavor to this scene and whatnot. And yeah, so yeah, we are doing a very small local con, so it's like 1,000 visitors over the weekend event, but like still a lot to do for us on the organizer side, and we are trying to make it as stable and reliable as possible for like the visitors and ourselves, and just make sure that we pull this off as well as we can. And it's gonna be like the third time now, next year, basically. And yeah, so far a lot of fun, a lot of stuff to learn, and every time it happens, it's like you can't plan for everything. It's just very intense, but like awesome experience all in all.
Yeah, I think like as long as you know, like you put out what you kind of. You get what you put out, I guess I'm trying to say. So like if you go in with positive attitude, usually the shows turn out really well. Like I'm pretty level-headed with stress and stuff. So like usually our events, there's never been too big of problems at our events. You know, I think the worst we ever had was the guy. Yeah, the guy that we had this one time. We had this guy that showed up at the convention, took his shirt off, and just started posing. It was the most oddest. It was the oddest thing I've ever seen. And
as long as he hopefully didn't do anything worse.
No, that was it. He just was posing with people, and he would just flex. And it was like almost like a bizarre, like
performance art.
Performance art, yeah. That was the weirdest thing. But besides that, the shows have run pretty smooth over the years, you know.
Perfect. I'm just so relieved on your behalf, because like it can go all kinds of ways in ways you just can't imagine. But like at the very least, we always have some anecdotes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We didn't give him a chance to rip off the breakaway pants. That's why.
Right.
He didn't get a chance to get there yet.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, let's circle back around to your creative endeavors and your inspirations. Like, can you point to specific things that you enjoy and you read or you watch or you love that, you know, inform the work that you're doing now?
Yeah, basically very different kinds of shows. I like Berserk a lot, like a lot of manga anime readers. It's very grim, dark, and also just such beautiful art, especially over the longer course of the manga. And other than that, I'm also like into live action stuff like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I think it might have some influence on my narrative style, I suppose. But in terms of genre, I'm trying to not stay too bound into one sphere. And the thing is, I wish I would have created more over my life, but the other upside is I have taken in a lot of positive influence, I think, and I'm very deliberate about my creation. And I'm just going now very slowly and deliberately about my project and really learning my process. And so far I'd say for my own standards, I'm pretty happy with where I am at the moment, but it's gonna get better. And of course,
I mean, thankfully, you still have more. You still have a lot more life to live. You seem pretty young, so I'm sure you can.
That's true.
Right.
Sometimes I just want to be a machine and have everything on my checklist done.
I think that's like with everybody, like especially like I've been telling Johnny, as I get older, I would like to get more comics created throughout the year, and it usually always ends up being just one or two things that I can get out. And a lot of it comes down to just time and money. The spirit is there and the willingness. I want to do it. It's just, the money and the time is really the thing that holds, I think, probably 100% creators back, it's just not.
Yeah.
The other thing I think, and I know I suffer from this, is that it's like we get excited about our work.
Yeah. Right.
And we want to get it out there. And it's like, it's very easy to do things prematurely. You know what I mean? Like without getting making sure all the steps are in place. You know what I mean? Because I personally get very excited. I want to get stuff out there. I want to produce the work. And, sometimes it's better to just rein it in and hold on to stuff and find a very calculated approach in releasing things,
Yeah, true. And that's the thing. You always got to find the balance between doing the thing and getting it out and not doing it too fast and doing it the right way, basically. Yeah. The thing is, I'm more on the side of being too cautious sometimes. So I have to learn the opposite way, I suppose. And it's people are always like either or. I don't think there are that many people who are perfectly balanced right off the bat.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love your artwork, though. I was looking at the webtoons, earlier today when I was setting up things for the show and everything, and I was like, "Wow, it's really, really good." Like, I mean, if you had told me that you worked for Viz or something, I would believe you because it's that it's that quality, Did you guys, Johnny and Harry, did you guys have a chance to look at her artwork on webtoons and stuff?
Yeah, I read all the web comics that you have so far.
Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't have a chance to do that.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
I was gonna. Oh no, I like this. It was good. I like your drawing. So do you draw traditionally? I saw that you use the when you start off with the character, you use the round circle and you split it in half. Very traditional. That the Loomis style of drawing, or is that because I've just discovered that? So I've always drawn. I'm an artist myself, an illustrator. I've always drawn just by vision. If I see something, I can draw it by looking at it. I never really got into the technical aspect of it. And then sometimes when I draw in a sign, because recently I discovered the Loomis method of drawing. You start with the circle, and then you divide it by thirds. And
when you break down a human figure, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once you,
I gotcha.
Exactly, and once you have all the segments in place, you know where the eyes go, where the nose goes, the mouth, and the chin, and everything fills itself. And I can't. I mean, although I can draw that way, if I were to draw it the same image without the Loomis method, I can probably still draw it as good. Probably. So I don't know. It's good to know the mechanics behind it anyway. It's good to have. It's good to know. But I also saw that you. Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
No, go on. Finish what you're gonna say, Harry.
I saw that you wrote a comment, and where was it? You wrote a, let's see, you're practicing or experimenting with painting first and then drawing on top of the paint.
Yeah,
so how's that process?
Kind of works well. So it can be
how's that
pretty
going?
efficient.
No kidding. Is any of the webtoon drawings that technique and specifically?
Yeah, so basically I saw the tip on Mark Brune's his YouTube channel. Basically, you lay down the sketch in very transparent shapes, like beans or whatever you need for the rough measurements. And then you can do the line art on top. And I do that for characters a lot. And what I do with landscapes is basically I roughly paint it in and get a bit more detailed, kind of like with like you can do with traditional oil colors. And it's a little bit different again, but like it can save a lot of time, because if I do the proper drawing first for landscapes and then try to color it in properly, then it just takes way longer and it's kind of stiff. So I don't know, with digital it can save a lot of time, but like in traditional art I still have to kind of construct it cleanly to get a nice result. So yeah, very different all around.
Oh, that's so cool. Johnny, you were going to ask her something, yeah?
Well, no, I was just going to say that I didn't have an opportunity to read the comics per se, but I did get to go through your Instagram a little bit, and I looked at the artwork is absolutely phenomenal. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, and like I couldn't fathom you being the person that produced such awesome work. You know what I mean? It's I'm so wildly impressed, and not only that, you have different styles that you can do, which is awesome. Cool. I think, because most people they just stick to their one style. It's very identifiable, and that's that. But you have a little bit of an eclectic blend of the different things you can do, things that look a little bit more realistic in Western style, and then things that are very, very inherently manga and anime inspired and related. And can you talk a little bit about those different variables there?
Yeah. So I think a big factor in that is that I had a very broad education and also tasks I had to fulfill in my job. So I tried to study with different methods and mentorships that I did on my private time. Like instead of going to an extra vacation or so, I was like, gonna do a mentorship and try out if I can learn something valuable. Because in Austria, I think in our schools, to be honest, the art education is I wasn't satisfied with it. Gonna call it out there. Yeah, now it's said. But if you put in the time nowadays privately, you can pick your teacher from everywhere, and that's just so awesome. So yeah, I did a few of those. I did a lot of online courses and a lot of studying from real photos and the gesture drawing method stuff. And so a lot of my mentorship also revolved around really learning more realism or semi-realism. So I had a lot of portfolio pieces with that, and it's very useful in general, I think, because of course, manga, even if it's stylized, it's just a good basis if you can work realistically and then still do your own spin on that. So yeah, I recommend it if there is any time to do it.
I find because I'm a little bit of an artist myself, but I was more a cartoonist, and I did learn a lot of different things, like 2D design and things like that, and figure drawing and anatomy and all that stuff that when I was taking it, I was like, this is so boring. I can't, and then I find later on that when I started doing my comics and stuff, all that stuff clicked. You don't realize it at the time sometimes that how much it's going to benefit you later, even in the most minute ways,
I think it really shows if someone has those things down in some way, even in the very back of their head.
Yes,
it makes such a difference.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing I was going to ask you too, do you prefer a manga style over Western style? Is that because is that the stuff that you like more?
Yeah, I'd say that's my first love. That's really my first love. Absolutely. There are also some Western comics I read, and for example, some Deadpool issues or Asterix and Obelix. let me think. I also watched some Lucky Luke cartoons and like all the Disney stuff and whatnot. The thing is, in truth, I mean, there isn't that much difference if you're just really dissecting the lines and whatever. It's just, or like the basic structure often. It's just the very cartoony characters. Of course, they are very distinct, but like typical human characters, there is sometimes not that much difference between West and East, and it's kind of funny in hindsight.
Yeah, it's true. It's sometimes it just comes down to the hairstyles and the eyes, right?
Yeah, or like the line style, or
yeah. No, I wish manga is like something I've read some of it. I just never. So we grew up with more of the Western stuff here, but manga definitely is huge over here. Like we see a lot of it. Go ahead, Johnny.
So it's just funny though. It's funny that you mentioned, Alice, in your reference to Western comics. You included a lot of European comics in there. Like
I don't know. In my
no, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's
like
it's
which
fine,
one?
That is technically west. It's west of you geographically. But I love that you checked out Lucky Luke. That's actually one of my all-time favorites.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, Lucky Luke. So the Lucky Luke is a cowboy who is a very cartoony character, and he is known for being faster than his shadow.
Okay.
And another gimmick he has is, and I don't know if in every iteration, but every iteration I've seen, he talks to his horse, and his horse actually does talk. And it's just, it's awesome. He's got his rivals are a gang of 5 brothers that all wear black, and they're all of varying degrees. So the shortest one with the biggest temper is like the leader. And then the dumbest one is the nicest one. That's kind of like an idiot. You know, it's just all those tropes that you'd love and you'd expect from an awesome, like, cowboy comedic Western is
the biggest one. Cool. Is the biggest one named Tiny by any chance?
I forget. No, they actually have common names if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So, they're known as the Dalton brothers, and their mom is actually the gang leader.
Oh,
and a villain. It's just awesome. It's
I'll
very
have to look that one up. Like the only
awesome.
Other like European stuff. I mean, obviously Dylan Dog, I know. Then like what is it? Black Sad? That's a big one over there.
I still gotta try that one. It looks very interesting.
Yeah, that one's permeated over here a little bit, and I've looked at the artwork. It's incredible. So that one I gotta definitely check out at some point. Have you read that one, Johnny? Black Sad?
I haven't, but I've heard of it. I've heard people mention it and reference it. I was like, I got to seek that out.
Yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of artwork, can we pull up some of Alice's art so we can share it with everybody?
I have her webtoons up here, so let me pull it up here.
Webtoons or Instagram, I think, are great examples of the work that you've put out, Alice. And
actually, let me go to the. Well, here I'll show the
while you're pulling up one, let's pull up the other just so we can kind of start taking a peek at things. And do you want to talk, Alice, a little bit about your primary creative title, or if there's a specific book that that you work on? Do you only have the one book?
At the moment, Echo Remains is my main project, and this is a fantasy story set in a sort of Stone Age inspired world with zombie dinosaurs and a main character who has very deep guilt over a certain past event that we are scrolling by. And she basically gives herself the full responsibility for her mother's death and tries to redeem herself in her own eyes, I guess.
I love that.
It's very explicitly made for the Webtoons format.
Yeah.
But I also want to reformat it for print eventually. So like whenever a chapter is done, and this one is kind of sort of getting finished soon-ish, I hope. Let's see about that. So it's been quite a ride with this one because before I've done black and white manga, and this is very different, of course, with the color. But I love working in color because there is just a completely different, I'd say, layer to what you can express. And every color is just its own world, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Look at that right there. It's so tripped out. That's beautiful.
So trippy. Yeah, I love that.
This is the choice of brushes is sometimes also such fun to just experiment around. So some brushes I made myself, others are from the Clip Studio Paint asset store. And you gotta combine everything you can possibly choose into your own thing. It's just all a very deliberate thing. So yeah, even if I experiment, it takes a while until I say, yes, this is the thing.
Now, are you always digital when it comes to Echo Remains, or do you dabble with a little bit of traditional style?
So for the storyboard, I have found that, funnily enough, it's kind of better for me if I work with pencil first, because it's just way more loose, and I don't know, the digital stuff kind of gets me bogged down, or like working more stiffly. So for the ideation phase, it's just better for me to work traditionally, but the rest is basically all digital, yeah.
Sure. And I think, like you said, the ideation phase, I think that is part of why the product looks so good. You're giving it full thought. You're really mapping things out. And when it comes to time to really like pull the trigger and do that final product, it shows. It shows that you've put the work in.
Thanks so much. So yeah, but what I also have to really emphasize is that I got a lot of feedback, and in part by colleagues that I value a lot. So over here in Germany, I got into sort of a private manga workshop setting with professionals in the industry, which is like not a given, obviously. Basically, has any one of you played Sims?
Oh, of course. I love
in Sims. When you make friends, one method is you just talk to them for hours and hours on end until both are like out of hygiene and need to piss really badly. And that's kind of what I did with one of those colleagues, and then he invited me to the private workshop. Yeah.
Too funny. Awesome self-portrait too, by the way.
Many thanks.
Yeah. Is it your setup when you go to convention?
Check out the setup at the booth.
I love it.
Yeah, so conventions are a big thing for me, income-wise, at the moment still, and a lot of fun. And it's just so different if you can meet people face-to-face. And even if I do commissions, it's just very different if I can meet the person and really see their reaction firsthand. I love it. So yeah, I always stories of conventions and organizing them, meeting people, and just your story about attending one. I feel it instantly. Yeah.
Keith, can you go back up to the convention booth again, real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Something caught my eye. I wanted to ask you about, Alice. Go to the second photo. All my convention friends. What is that? It says convention friendship book. I want to know what that is. And why I don't have one here in the US for my convention friends.
I don't know if the camera can pick it up properly. So basically,
there we go, Keith.
Friendship book for convention people, and the contents are also edited to sort of fit the vibe and activities that you can do at conventions. So yeah, I also tested it with my friends to make sure it really works for us. That's the thing.
So you know what I love? I love this little capybara over here.
Yeah, those are like extra stickers I made.
You don't know how bad I want to go like pat a capybara somewhere.
Yeah, they are so cute.
They are so cute.
So ideally, that's a convention guidebook? Like a handbook?
Not really a guidebook. It's kind of you let your friends do an entry. I don't know. Did you have those in school in the 90s, 80s? They were pretty popular in our area.
So when you say entry, do you mean you hand the book to like a fellow creative and then they draw something in there?
Basically anyone. So any friend you meet at a convention, for example, you give them the book and they fill out the little form I made. Like there is a field for the name and their hobbies and favorite characters and whatnot. And basically you collect those entries of your friends. It's in school, those have been a thing in my area. And it's kind of a nostalgic nod to that, but like more for the conventional space reimagined.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a brilliant idea.
But yeah,
Thank
you're right, Johnny. This Instagram account, my God,
What a
artwork.
wide variety here. I mean, look at the
Like,
dog.
look at this. Like,
Yes, look at
Yeah,
that.
I've had so many things to work on. It's so funny that sometimes I get such very different requests for commissions. Like I also had at some point I had a car, and yeah, I can't
You know
really
what?
summarize this stuff.
Alice, I love your logo too for your name. That is John. Harry, you must like that. Her AH right there.
AH, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's an
I like
awesome logo.
good anagram. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I like it's a look.
one thing. So logos aren't really my specialty. So for the logo, I did a commission for a certain logo artist. It's been a while. I think they are named Ponupo or something like this. But I'm not sure if they are active anymore. But like at this point, I was like, logos aren't my thing. Please do this, and I handed them like $200 or something, and I'm really happy with this logo. So sometimes I think it's the best to just realize when you are out of your depth and let some other creative have another opportunity. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It looks good though. It's like a Yankees logo, the YN, but it's like AH. It's pretty good. I see a lot of people and animals. So would you say because for me, like drawing living things is my specialty. I hate drawing like buildings and cars and things, inanimate things. Like do you like drawing living things, or what's your
I mean, yeah,
preference?
like living organic characters, beings. That's definitely also what I like drawing best. I try to get stable at drawing in environments, and when I have to, it's also good to draw technical stuff because you can't always avoid it, I suppose. But I'm also more on the organic side of things in this case.
Right. Yeah.
Man, so good. You really are talented. The artwork is amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Even that guy's, if you go back up again, the guy's hair alone is amazing. If you go the other way.
Which one? This guy?
That guy right there. Look at that hair.
Bodybuilder?
Right? Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also think it's
awesome.
very important to work with a lot of references because sometimes if I'm trying new challenging stuff, I don't have the visual library ready to go because I don't know, my brain isn't photographic, or what's it called? When you can record it instantly.
Oh yeah, like photographic
memory.
Photographic memory.
Yeah.
If you picture something in your head, can you recreate it on paper, do you think? Or is that how your brain works?
For the most part. I definitely have something in my mind's eye. So there are people who see absolutely nothing in their mind. That's I don't know, that I guess it's okay when you are used to it. It just seems like I just can't imagine that. It seems like something this would miss for me if I didn't have that anymore. But
hopefully this never happens. Hopefully this never happens to you. But if somebody were to mug you and knock you out, could you redraw that person for the police after? Or?
I guess I'd try.
What a weird question.
I hope that never happens to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I prefaced it.
Oh, awesome.
Because I feel that before I've had to explain to somebody who somebody was, and I didn't know their name. So without a picture, I would draw them, So I would like to think that I can draw somebody after if I were to get mugged by that person.
Look at how good it's
a good talent to have if you can picture.
But imagine if this
very
becomes
detailed.
the new scam for people to get free images drawn instead of just requesting them because you're saying, I don't have time, sorry, I just do it for friends. They just mug you, so you have to draw them for the police. It's gonna be a thing.
And that in and of itself would make a good comic strip.
So here's the book, Donnie.
What's that?
Here's the book right here.
Oh yeah, right there. I think that's a brilliant idea. This thing's genius.
So owner of this book. Okay, so you create an entry of all the stuff you like.
Mm-hmm.
So is all the pages when you turn the next page, is it for someone else to fill this
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
And your
okay.
own page is fully customizable. So I also include some free stickers that you put in those empty circles. And the other pages have some default graphics on them, but you can, of course, still cover them up with other stickers. And yeah, basically that's what you fill the book with. You
Oh, that's
basically
so
collect
cool.
the
That's a
souls of
cool
your
idea.
friends.
And so so someone walks up to your table, whether it's a creative friend or a customer or a con goer, and you just hand it to them and say, "Hey, would you like to fill this out?" Or is that
Yeah,
how
I
it
don't
works?
know. I kind of do it more in a personal setting usually. Like when at conventions when I'm exhibiting, there's just not time for it properly, and it would be bad if I forget about it. It would be such a loss, to be honest. So I mainly do that when I'm somewhere just as a person and not as an
Yeah, like in a
exhibitor.
coffee shop or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. What a cool idea. I wouldn't even think that has not hit over here at all. Like
Not really. I mean, there's people who go around with like commission books, but it's not really the same thing. It's different.
It's not the same
this
thing.
is
Yeah.
like more of like an activity book kind of thing.
Mhm.
This is the component you add to your Comic-Con experience to expand your time at the show. In my eyes,
that's
and in
the
my head.
idea. That it's
Yeah.
for just spending fun moments together and maybe even building memories, if possible. That's the dream.
Right.
Yeah.
I can see that. And like, I think most like smaller Comic-Cons should employ things like this, not to have them steal your idea, Alice, but more specifically, like, I think it's so good because you're giving people ways to engage. You know what I mean? And not just stay in their lane, but to breach out. Because when we go, I mean, part of why we go to the Comic-Cons is like, this is our people, right? And these like-minded individuals. And, you know, how many times can you point to the times where you made line friends? You know what I mean? Just standing in line, waiting for the same thing you love. And next thing you know, you have a brand new friend, you know?
Yeah, and those are the origin stories. You just can't make that up. It happens.
We're going to share your link
I've made some
to the
line.
audience.
I've made some line enemies too, Johnny, in my life.
Can you tell me about your line enemy experience?
Well, one time I was standing in line to meet MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson, and I'm like, what can I do to have a cool picture with him? You know, the guy that played MacGyver. And I looked around, and somebody was setting up their table, and they had like a roll of duct tape. I'm like, oh, can I borrow a piece of your duct tape? And I said, sure. You know, I'm like, so what do you got? And then like this guy in front of me, this like nerdy guy. He's like, what are you going to do with that tape? I'm like, oh, I want to ask MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson, if he can like take it and like hold it over my mouth as if I'm talking too much, And this nerdy guy was like, don't do that. You're going to embarrass yourself, me, and MacGyver. I'm like, oh, whatever, nerd. Like, mind your own business. He's like in front of me. So then I go up to him right before my photo op with him. I'm like, oh, Mr. Dean Anderson, could you like tape my mouth shut as if I'm talking too much? And the photographer was getting all mad. It's like, dude, come on, there's a line here. I gotta, let's go, come on. And I'm like, and then my guy was like, you know what? Let's do it. So he takes it and like holds it over my mouth. He didn't want to like cover my lips completely because like he didn't want any kind of like lawsuit, in case I like lost, I couldn't breathe or whatever, But he held it over my mouth as close as he could, and it's like, I'm like, oh, thank you, like a really cool guy. And I, whatever. Nerd. But I've had many run-ins though.
Oh my
but
god. Yeah. So Alice, so would you like the audience, would you want them to know more about like your webtoons, or like what's the thing you wanted to come on and talk about the most? Was it The Echo Remains?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to focus on now. Basically, if you like sad stories that also have like hope and just a sense of things maybe don't have to stay bad, then it might be something for you. Also, there's like some people are just drawn in by the zombie dinosaurs. They are a good argument for some people.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that.
That's
what's the
awesome.
I guess what's the basic premise with the character?
Yeah, so her mother died when she was very young because her mother protected her from the dinosaurs because like the child went off and whatnot. And yeah, she's still not over the fact that her mother is dead because of her. That's like the biggest thing on her mind, and she wants to make sure to honor her last words. And in her interpretation, kill every last zombie dinosaur, because like her mother said, yeah, kill every last one of them, meaning the ones that are right there, so you can go home, child. But like she interpreted it a bit like more, I have to atone for my sin, basically, and makes it a whole bigger thing. And she will later on find a certain jewel that gives her magical powers to, make it more realistic. And we will see if that is such a good thing or not.
Okay.
Awesome. It's like Turok
Then there's
for
a
a
bad
new
guy.
generation.
Turok and Primal.
Primal, yeah, all that.
Yeah, Primal. I still gotta watch that. It looks so
Alice,
fantastic.
you gotta see it. It's so good. It's so good.
It's good.
The designs, the story. They basically tell entire 3 seasons with no words. It's like they don't talk. It's like grunting and like, but it's masterful. Check it out when you can.
Really sold on it. And
yeah,
the thing
it's
is,
great.
for some reason, I don't know why, but like Stone Age settings, they are used so rarely. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just it's amazing. My wife
What's that movie?
Loves it, and I
what's
love
that movie
it too.
with Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell. That
What, Land of the Lost?
Land of the Lost. Pretty good.
I love that
That's
movie.
pretty good, too. Yeah,
it's ridiculous, but I
used to
love it.
watch the original. Yeah.
The
So
TV
there's
show.
also along with the zombie dinosaurs, there's also a bad guy, Velor. Or so.
There's also an alien who wants the jewel that she later on gets.
Right.
This will be a whole other thing, but I don't want to spoil the future chapters.
No.
I have a very long story planned, and in order to draw it in a more or less foreseeable future, I really gotta get quicker at this stuff. But I learn.
How many chapters are you away from putting it into a collected version?
Yeah, at the end, I want it to be like 12 or 13 chapters.
Okay.
And a chapter being like more or less what I have now, in the realm of so this chapter will be like, I think, 46 pages if I have it in my head correctly. I don't know how many that will be if I translate it to the print version. Maybe it will be even a bit more. But like, I just chose that length. It made sense for my narrative purposes, I guess. Even if it's like a bit longer than what's usual. And that's going to be the thing. So basically one chapter is gonna be one issue, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of your narrative purposes, I like your little like notes in between your webtoon. Like you have your little comments. I think there's a pretty cool like insight, like a director's cut of what you're reading. So you should probably include that in your book a little bit.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. I like. No, I do. Well, I mean, that's how I learned about your experimentation with the backgrounds and the paint and the. And it's good to know what you're thinking too. It's kind of cool. You never really get that from the
funny thing about online stuff.
I do like that too. I love when the people will comment. I know a lot of people don't read it, but I love reading like what the artist was thinking, or stuff on the story, things like that. Yeah, I love that stuff. But so Alice, we're gonna start wrapping it up because we got our second guest coming in as well. But man, this is awesome. It was a great chat.
Thanks so much.
Let me share the link out is the link tree is probably the best place to send people, right? Because it has everything there. They can
basically
check your
everything awesome.
They can go to the webtoons and they can check out your awesome Instagram as well. I'll follow it if I haven't already, because I look forward to seeing more of your artwork.
Oh, thanks.
And if you're taking requests for anime characters, I would love to see a Lupin the Third.
He's cool. I also watched some movie of his at some point. Yeah, a funny thing, I won a DVD at a small art contest as a teenager or something, and I really loved that movie. I gotta
Yeah, he's
rewatch
a
it
great
sometime.
character.
Yeah.
Been around for years.
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
years, 30, 40 years, I think. So awesome. But anyways, Johnny, you were going to say
I
something?
was just going to say, Alice, thank you so much for being up so late
Yeah, thank you for that.
to share your craft
early.
and you were early. I guess
Yeah.
I employ the policies that the day never really ends until you go to bed, right? Even if the next day already came around.
Yeah,
But
right.
to that point, it made me think of me sleeping on the terminal floor at the airport. That the things we do for the love of what we make. And
Yeah.
you know, here you are at a very, very early hour of the morning, your time, to share the love of your craft with us. So thank you very much for coming on the show and doing that tonight.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much, guys. It was so much fun. And honestly, now I'm really hyped and feeling more awake than some days where my sleep schedule was normal. So thanks a lot. It was awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Well, I hope
really
that
love these.
Go on, Harry.
No, I really love these. I love these international guests and shows that we have too. So now we have an Austrian friend. It's cool. You should come back on.
absolutely.
How's
Yeah,
it?
we won't be satisfied till we hit somebody in every country, I think,
And,
Right,
and I hope
right.
that you join us every Monday night. You may happen to have insomnia. Okay.
Yeah. Or watch it the next day on YouTube.
Or the next day.
Awesome, Alice. Well, have a great rest of your night, I guess.
Mhm.
Guten
Yeah, you
Morgen and Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
And all the best to your endeavors and hang in there. And yeah, your next con, Johnny, I really hope it's going to be so great. You're never going to question your journey again.
We'll see.
I
It's going to be
really
this
hope it's-
weekend, so we'll put it to the test, Alice.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
All right, Alice. Have a good one, and thank you for coming on the show. We'll talk to you
Thank you.
soon. All right.
See you, Alice.
Bye. Awesome,
She is
dude.
amazing. She
Yeah,
is
great,
awesome.
man.
That was a really good one.
Yeah, I know. I love, like you said, just talking to an overseas guest is like wild, right? Like, but super effing talented. Like, I mean,
That
Right,
artwork
yeah.
is out of control good.
Oh.
She's really, really good.
but
You could,
I
you
mean,
can tell that she puts the time in, the effort, and the attention to detail. And it matters. And it matters to her, and it shows
Yeah.
in her work. You know
but I'm
what I
not
mean?
lying. If someone told you she worked for Viz or one of the,
100%.
you would believe it, right? Like, I mean, the
100%.
artwork is so
She's-
good. Like,
She should be working for Viz.
maybe maybe they'll see her comic and like say, yeah, we got to work with you. You know,
We should put her in touch with Luca.
yeah, right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Luca's gonna come on the show sometime. Like,
I'd love to. Well, so she's going to be helping with the spin-off comic in a way.
oh, okay.
So maybe that might be a good reason to have her come on. If
I
she's up for it.
apologize too. I still have her comic. I'm slowly catching up on all the comics I got from SPX.
Same.
And hers is up there in that pile along with I haven't even looked at Jared's book yet or all this other.
I started reading Jared's. I like it a lot.
Is it good? Yeah,
I like it. And it
finally-
reminds me of Alien
oh, that's cool.
with like a
Yeah, it
little bit of a
looked like-
more,
Looked a little bit like that, So
yeah, with a little bit of a slower burn in that regard.
awesome.
Yeah. And
All right.
that book of that guy, I forget his name, but his son was the tattoo artist that met Brody King.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, his I'm meaning to talk to you about that guy. Like, I read. Did he give you a copy of his book?
Yes. I haven't
I
read
read
it yet.
that. Oh, I read it. I read that, and I read his. He gave me these little ones that were like tales from advertising or something.
Yeah.
And they're
they're real
Go
stories, right?
Yes, they're real stories, but it's
Yeah.
done in like this Tales from the Crypt kind of style. Instead of the Crypt Keeper, it's the old coke addict, I think he called him.
I actually read that at the table, I think.
Did
at
you?
SPX, yeah.
He is good though. Like,
He
I
is
mean, I
good.
read those. The stories are good and the drawings are great. I might reach out to him for a
We
cover
should
at
have
some
him on.
point. Yeah, we should have them on. That would be great.
100%.
They were great to talk to too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
we'll reach out. We'll get them.
I remember I wanted to work with his son on like something unique, at least like a cover or something, or maybe even like
or even
a
him
Bond
too.
piece.
Like, his the other book he had was Death and Nosferatu hanging out. It was like different episodes of them just hanging out doing stuff, and it was pretty fun. But he's a good writer. I would even like say, dude, let's blow them up to a comic size and maybe we could, publish them or something, they're that good. So I don't know. But anyways, let's move right along. We have our second guest in the wings already. So without further ado, we're bringing in our second guest tonight, a frequent guest, usually on once a year here.
And usually I'm never on when he's on.
Yeah, so this is a real treat.
Is a very rare occurrence.
And I'm looking at him in the green room. I think the mustache grew 10 times larger since the last episode. I think. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yosemite Sam. Oh my God, you're right. Dude, the fucking stash grew, dude. What?
Yeah.
What? Look at the size of that thing. What? Yes, dude.
Right.
Yes, dude. Has it started talking yet?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, guys?
Tony, man?
How you guys doing? It gets the mustache gets bigger with every book.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
Speaking of logos,
pretty soon you're just gonna be all mustache. Like it's gonna be
that should be your logo. Like your mustache alone should be your logo.
Yeah. I was talking to another creator who says I have to brand the mustache. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like it is part of your brand now, man. I think you should. Why not?
Yeah, you're gonna have to stick with it the same
Yeah.
way I got to stick with the
There's
bandana.
gonna be a point. There's gonna be a
the
point
stash.
though. There's going to be a point though that you become a life support system for that mustache. So it's getting dangerous.
There was a comic creator. I forget who had a comic that was called Mo Stash, and it was like about an alien mustache that took over this guy's face. But it was like big and bushy, and it was like it kind of like. It was pretty funny, but I was like, your mustache reminds me of that comic,
Yeah. How you guys
doing?
doing?
What's been going on, Tony?
Awesome.
Like I see you got like a killer campaign happening right now.
Yeah, it's been a real wild ride. Working on Star Noir, also Moonshine, my Lunar Western. Working on those.
Yeah, that's right. That one was the last one, right? That was
that was the last one. It's been great. Pablo, my artist for Star Noir, he's now has a Dynamite gig. He's doing he's doing a Red Sonja. He's doing a Red Sonja run. So really happy for him. So the Star Noir campaign, the latest one.
Is he able to like kind of
work
things in between? That's cool. I wish he was doing one of the other IPs they have. They have a ton of cool retro cartoon titles of it. About the only one I don't read is Red Sonja.
So
he was doing like Herculoids or something, I'd be all over it,
Yeah, right before we were doing book 4, he was like, I got this Red Sonja gig, and you're like, oh, cool. What about Star Noir? He's like, I'm in. Don't even worry about Star Noir. We're all set for that. So
awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
great.
really cool that like his stock is rising. I don't know if it's related to Star Noir, but
Well, I was gonna say, like, I noticed this campaign, you blew it out of the water within like
fucking knocked it out of the park, man.
Yeah, like did you do anything different? Because I noticed like the campaigns before, it was a little bit of a struggle to get to the goal, but like you got there by the end of it, This one, like though, right away, like within the first couple of days, right?
We funded in 2 days. Yeah,
that's crazy. So
new record.
What do you think changed? Like, what did you do anything different, or
I gave more time to pre-launch. When I did Moonshine, the one of the things that made that campaign struggle was that I gave it very little runway before we launched it. And so I was like, so it seems like pre-launch is much more important in Kickstarter land now. So I gave that one like a month and a half of runway, and then I was like, every time I reached out to my mailing list, I was like, hey, day one, like let's set the tone, let's really kind of blow it out of the water. And my readers really showed up. It's the strongest launch of Star Noir. I've already passed the amount I raised last time for book 3. So yeah, and
That's awesome,
we're trending pretty well.
Congrats, man. Yeah, I was wondering like if you found the secret sauce or something, like, you know, because it was like wild, like
if
such
I got
a turn, you know, different turn of events, you know.
Yeah, if I got to put one thing on it, it's probably just giving longer pre-launch, and then also like, you know, we've kind of built a really good like, you know, rapport and trust with the readers, you know, over all these books. So it's the fourth book in the series, and they've read over 150 pages of Star Noir at this point. So I think they were just really, really, really excited to see the next one.
I also feel like this is like kind of like part of like the like crescendo of the story. You're getting very close to like climax, and it's very, the story's building to a very critical point. It seems like, so I feel like that kind of helps push it as well a little bit, you know.
Yeah. So I feel like if you're a new reader jumping in, you're getting like a massive chunk of story. You're getting like you're getting over 200 pages of story. So
sorry, go on.
No, I've had a lot of new readers this time around that I did last time. So I think there's a lot of people jumping into it for the first time.
And that shows in that number, that over performances, that people are going back. You're getting new readers. People are going back and pulling everything, getting full collections. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you said you owe a lot to the pre-launch page.
Yeah.
And I advocate for that. My buddy Brian, he's in his pre-launch right now, and he's got the itchy trigger finger to hit launch. And I keep telling him, no, like, just defer as long as possible.
Does he have how many followers does he have in the campaign?
I don't know. I don't think that's publicly visible on the page, right?
I think you can make it that, right? Can't you make it visible or
with the pre-launch numbers? What?
Yeah.
Like how many
after 10 or so you can see it.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I don't know if he has 10 yet or not, but so to that point, what was yours for this one?
This one was, I think we got to 291.
Wow, that's a lot.
291, dude, that's huge. And how long was it open for?
The pre-launch was open for like a good month and a half, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was just
it was like the day that I got like books and was shipping it out. It's like, I'm shipping out your books. Also, you should check out the pre-launch of the next campaign. And I just
cool.
Every single week I was telling them about some of the art that they'll see, some of the rewards that they'll get, even going so far to tell them as like the stretch goals that they would get. And I just kept kind of really hyping up the campaign and also like hammering home how important day one was. And they got the message. And here we are.
Have you done social media all along too? Because I've seen some of your Facebook posts. Those are pretty
just social media posts. My usual stuff. I do a bunch of TikToks that are really catchy. I show
TikTok?
I showed some of the
TikTok helps you or is it
for sure. I do just very quick 10-second just showing a bunch of panels. It's like timing it to music. I usually set it to old-timey music to kind of go with like the 1940s vibe. And then it's just like a lot of people saving it, and then like that night it's like backer.
Oh, no
like as people
it's a multi-pronged assault here. Your Facebook, your everything.
And then there are like Reddit groups that really, really love Star Noir. Like there's one group for this podcast called The Last Podcast on the Left. And they talk about like monsters and stuff. And I remember I showed the first book once upon a time, and they were like, keep showing us more of this. This is right up our alley. So they're like one of the niches that are really into Star Noir. So they've also been a really big help. And I just think it's I think it's just the result of just building this audience.
And I noticed too, the more books you have, the easier it gets.
I mean, but have you
trust you more because you're producing books, you know what I mean? Like you're not just stuck at one issue, you know what I mean? Like
right. So, but I mean, I think every single time like the pressure ramps up, so it's
of course,
but I mean, it keeps the work honest. I don't think we're ever sitting here, putting our feet up. We're always trying to like.
Well, you have the full story that you already know what it's going to be, and how to tell it, and you just hope every chapter is engaging enough to bring people in and everything. Yeah, that's great, man. Congrats, man.
Any less than the first time you launched?
I'm sorry, what was that first part, John?
Do you sweat it? Do you sweat any of this like any more so than the first time you launched?
This one I've sweated less just because we crossed the goal quickly. But there's always just like the kind of, because you don't really know how well the last book did until like the first couple of days of the new campaign. So I wasn't sure how great the third book was until the first couple of days of this campaign. It was like, all right, it wasn't too bad because they're showing out for it.
Yeah.
So just breathe a little sigh of relief that all the work that we did on book 3 like paid off, and the cycle just starts over again. Like we'll raise this money, and then the hourglass just resets again.
Yeah. So are you up to producing like 3 or 4 books a year now?
I just have this in Moonshine right now.
Moonshine.
I'm a little. My time is a little stretched thin. These are 2 very, very intensive books that have a lot of detail and a lot of research that goes into them. So to do that, and also to hang out with Gwen. Gwen says hi, by the way.
Hello, Gwen.
So to do that and also kind of live my life a little bit. I only have room for these 2 books right now.
Yeah, I hear you. The I forget now. Is Moonshine gonna be like a bunch of chapters, or is it just one and done?
Yeah, there's 5 books for Moonshine. We're working on the first one now. We're over halfway done with that one. That one's 50 pages. So it's a really, really big first book. That one's coming out great. It's really cool to see it develop its own identity outside of Star Noir.
Yeah.
If you're a potential new reader watching this, you can actually like read a free PDF of Moonshine on the campaign page. So if you want to see how that story is shaping up, you can definitely check that out.
Oh, cool. That's cool. So yeah, check out Moonshine. It's now, which is that on Kickstarter?
All on Kickstarter. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So are you gonna? I know in the past you've done campaigns on Kickstarter and then like Indiegogo and some other places. Do you have? I mean, this one's doing so well. Do you even need to do that this time?
No, I stopped doing. I stopped doing the Kickstarter. On Indiegogo. I stopped doing those second chance because the nature of Indiegogo really shifted. There was
I haven't checked it out since they went under this whole new thing, but I've been hearing horror stories for comic creators.
Yeah, I think what soured it is I was going to do I did a second chance campaign for the third book, and some higher up went into my campaign and like changed a bunch of things, and I was like, I logged in and you're like, where are all my assets? Why is everything like this? And they had broken it basically. They were like, oh well, if you want to like restart it from scratch and just like build another one. And I'm like,
oh, that's annoying.
They just went into your page unsolicited.
Because
invited.
They were under the assumption that, I don't know, they wanted to take the metrics, the counter, the how many dollars you raised, and they wanted to crib it from Kickstarter. So they wanted to make it seem like it was a continuation. And I wasn't planning on doing that at all, because I was just like, oh, these are separate audiences. So let's just say what we raised on each platform. And they wanted to, they overstepped their bounds. And when I asked them to fix it, it was impossible for them to fix. So it was just, the whole experience on Indiegogo just got really soured at that point. And honestly, like, Kickstarter implemented late pledges, which was the very reason I was using Indiegogo to begin with, because Kickstarter didn't have late pledges initially, but now that they do, it kind of renders Indiegogo a little for me a little obsolete.
Yeah. Go ahead, Johnny.
I was going to say, so with Indiegogo though, the only other benefit really is the immediacy of the pledge versus the somebody can back out in the last minute kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to that point, the most unfulfilled campaigns I've backed have been on Indiegogo.
Well, the one thing I was going to say about, I know that Kickstarter has the late pledges. The thing that I liked about the Indiegogo in demand is that your campaign was like still looked like it was open, like versus the Kickstarter one where it looks closed, even though it's taken late pledges.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just an aesthetic thing for me, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try Indiegogo again. I might even try to just start raising money without having to do Kickstarters. I'm just kind of like, there's so much work, and they are so, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I mean,
I'm gonna go spin a sign on a street corner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I start doing Kickstarters, I think I'm just gonna go bare bones with just the book and not go nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's, to me, is the part I hate, is like, you got to just build this massive campaign. You got to do all this stuff, and then, you know what I mean? You know, you guys know, you've done all the work. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how my future goes with that now.
Yeah, it's a grind.
It is a grind. Yeah.
Yeah. I thankfully they let you, like, you know, bring in not assets, but like at least, you know, reward types from other campaigns. So that at least they try to cut down on some of the tedium.
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing that sucks now about just crowdfunding in general is that feels like everybody and their brother is, more so than even like 2 years ago, is using, you know, Kickstarter to fund, like, you know, these massive projects, you know, and it just I don't know, cuts into the indie guy's pocket, basically, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think that a regular creator can still carve out their own niche. I don't think it's all or nothing. I mean, listen, I raised 10K with zero social following for Star Noir. So I feel like it's
that's true. You just got to do the work, right?
Yeah.
You got to grind. And
to that point, the internet is a vast sea. So if you think about it, in the least, it can do for you what your direct audience can provide. Yeah, with the bigger projects on there, you might get less of the visibility, maybe, but or the pledge, a new pledge, because somebody's maybe backing something, you know, bigger or whatever the case may be. But I think if you're doing, like, kind of what Tony said, if you're doing your due diligence and if you're keeping your audience engaged and pointing them to that, is like, this is where you can get the book because this is your pre-order page, so to speak. That's, you know, that's where it could benefit you, and that's where it's consistent, you know.
Yeah,
it works on every level.
And I think a Kickstarter backer, they're always looking for different things. So I don't, you know, somebody that wants kind of like a legacy creator or maybe like an NSFW, like I don't think that they're also trying to find a Star Noir. Like I feel like that's also like its own specific backer.
It's your own audience, that you've cultivated. No, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you kind of just look at, like, oh, what is Boom Studios gonna be on here, or what, you know what I mean? Like, it's like Skybound now getting more of my money with the G.I. Joe campaign, and, you know.
I mean that's all right. I don't feel like they take away from me or anything. I just because I know that you know, my readers are there specifically for my books and my work. So
right. Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a healthy way to think about it too, you know.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So now this is book 4. So is there can you tell us about this book without doing too much spoiler?
Even though it's not the penultimate book, this one sort of feels like, if you're watching a television show, it's got that penultimate episode where, like, shit just really hits the fan, and like all of the threads that you had been building over the first 3 books, they all really just come to a head, and everybody just
it's like that one episode in the middle of the season you're not expecting to be anything, and all of a sudden it's like boom, it's like all this stuff happens, right? That's what you're kind of referencing?
The main characters, they get roughed up. We get a full-on clash with the reptilian shapeshifter like, we've been chasing.
It's like the mid-season finale.
There you go.
Let's go with
like they used to do.
So Alan can see his friend there. What's his name? Ellis.
Ellis.
Ellis. So he can see. Yeah, so you can see the alien, but nobody else can see him as an alien. But he's like a person, right?
Yeah, they just see him as like a young Tom Holland, basically.
and it's kind of almost though. I'm watching a new TV show. Maybe it's not new. I think season 1 is out. But Young Sherlock on HBO. Have you guys seen that at all?
I've not. No,
it's really
good.
Is it good? This kind of this kind of reminds. Yeah, it's awesome. I recommend it. Young Sherlock on.
Is it the
HBO.
one that Guy Ritchie's doing?
Yeah, that one.
Is it good?
Yeah, that
okay,
one.
yeah, I like Guy Ritchie. So
it's really good. It's like all the classic Sherlock Holmesian type of like feel to it, but like more like modernish music to it, and it's kind of
is it more
like
is it like the young version of the 2 movies he did with the ones with Robert Downey Jr.? Is it that version?
I don't really. I've seen them both, but I don't remember them that well to to know.
But he did those movies.
To me,
so yeah.
But they're really good. I mean, I couldn't really picture Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man as like Sherlock Holmes, but I think this guy really is English though. The guy that plays young Sherlock. So I like it though. It's just, and he's friends with like a young Moriarty too. So it's kind of cool. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because much like Moriarty taunts Sherlock, the shapeshifter taunts Alan, kind of, so does he know? I think he wrote him a letter in this book to taunt him, kind of, So does he know that an alien is helping him in this investigation and trying to find him, or the shapeshifter? I mean,
yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's not. I don't want to spoil it, but there is a moment
where
that's sort of confirmed in the 4th book. Yeah, this one's a very tricky one to like pitch because so much has happened. Even picking the sample pages for this campaign, it was like so much of it was like can't show that. Oh, can't show that. So these were like the toughest excerpt pages to pull for this book.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
and is it
great?
Is it also ironic? Is it ironic that so Alan has nightmares of being abducted by aliens, and now he's like working with one? Is that like kind of like?
Oh yeah,
coincidental.
Well, that's a story thread that'll have its payoff. That was there was a very specific reason for showing that in the beginning. Yep. So it's been awesome. Pablo and I, not only do we know the rest of the story, but we've actually started discussing about the future Star Noir arcs. So we're doing, we're gonna do a Prohibition era New York City Star Noir. So that's gonna be great. So that's gonna have a different mystery, different characters. It's still gonna be a human detective working with an alien. We might flip the dynamic around on that one. But that one's good. We're gonna introduce different alien races into that one as well. So that one will be exciting when we get to that. But there's still a lot of great story happening with this arc, Star Noir. Very cool.
Johnny, you looked like you were gonna say something. Was he frozen?
Is he frozen? Oh, jeez.
He's either frozen or doing a bit.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Johnny, you looked like you were going to say something.
Was I frozen that whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking word! Yeah. I was like, dude, you read my mind because I was gonna ask what the future was for the book, and you're like, you just spit it out right in advance. And then as I went to go lean in to listen, like he was frozen.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Prohibition New York City story. That's what happens after Los Angeles.
Same characters and everything.
Different characters, but we find ways to merge,
tie it together.
Yeah, tie it together. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, there's a really fun diner scene with one of the characters from this Los Angeles story. So if you've been reading up to that point, you'll see that character. You're like, hey, what's up? That from Los Angeles.
So Star Noir is more just like an overall.
I envisioned it as a sort of True Detective. That every arc was another period piece, and it was always.
It has like some kind of sci-fi bent to it.
Yeah, and it was always an alien working with a human. Whether the lead detective was an alien or a human, we could kind of play around with that dynamic.
Well, that's cool.
I think the first True Detective was the best one. The last one didn't. I don't know.
Oh,
I like the first one a lot, but I'm kind of partial to the second season. I know that one's kind of people kind of don't like. I love that one though. I think that one's great.
I thought the Alaska one was good.
Which one?
They were in Alaska. The last season, they were like in the snow.
I bailed on that one.
It was good.
Was it? Did you guys? I bailed after like 2 episodes.
The ending gave me new respect for cleaning crew.
Really?
For
Okay.
housekeeping, new respect for housekeeping. Let me tell you what. But yeah, season 1 and season 4, I think, were the best. 2, Taylor Kitsch was TV poison, and 3, Marshall Ali. I didn't even see that one. I actually
I've
have
seen
to go
that
check
one.
it
That
out.
wasn't bad. Taylor Kitsch has gotten better though. I gotta admit, like I loved him in The Terminal List.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's great in that.
I like that
and
movie he was in
He
with
was so
Salma
good. They
Hayek.
gave him his own offshoot. They gave him his own offshoot called Dark Wolf.
Okay.
So yeah, he finally found something he was good at. Because I agree with you. Before that, like the John Carter movie and when he was Gambit and all that, like
Oh yeah, his Gambit wasn't that great
awful
for me
awful.
personally. But
But anyways,
Star Noir. So another thing I was thinking is like, do you have? It seems like you kind of have it set in the same setting. Like how far do you want to push this property? I guess how far is your vision for the property?
I mean, honestly, I'm so in love with the concept. I feel like I could keep coming up with different permutations of it. I mean, so long as readers keep, showing up and supporting it. Yeah, I'll just keep making a different arc of this. Yeah. And always just keeping an eye on how to like tie the existing stories together.
That's cool. Tony,
This
here's a pitch for
this
you
police
for
force.
future-
Oh, good.
Future
No,
story
good,
arc. It all takes place on another planet, and it's an alien civilization, and there's a human that goes to help an alien. Just like flip it on its ears. Like, there you go, man. You can have
reverse
that one
alienation.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Wouldn't that be neat? That would be kind of neat.
Or we think we're on Earth, and then we find out that actually we're on an alien.
It's an alien planet.
Yeah, like Dark City or something.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Awesome.
then you
movie.
pan back even more, and it's actually Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But
there you go.
It was the apes all along.
Yeah.
It's
just
Harry's about to ask something.
Okay,
I
I'm
think.
sorry.
Okay. No, I'm just saying.
Because like it seems like in every book there's more and more detectives being killed by this shapeshifter. Like how many have been like has he killed so far? There's like a lot of detectives being killed.
I think there's been 3 and 1 ex-husband. There's been 3 and 1 ex-husband.
Okay.
And 1 ex-husband.
Okay.
Well,
Racking up
one
bodies.
wasn't
Alright.
technically he wasn't a detective, but he did get got.
He did get
Yeah, I
got.
love it, dude.
Yeah.
So when
Alright.
any plans to once you finish book 6, like try to pitch it somewhere?
Yeah, actually, it's what I'm doing now. I made the first 3 books. I collected them into this little nifty.
Oh, neat! I didn't know you did a collected edition. That's cool.
Yeah, we did it specifically for the backers, but it's also kind of it helps with pitching. It's a good pitch piece.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
having
absolutely.
it all together. Taking pitching advice from Nandor, who is so good at talking to editors. He talks to them like he belongs there. Watching him at New York Comic Con talking to editors, it was like there's just like no fear. He just is like, oh, are you the person to talk to, and blah blah blah, and like maybe we can
You
set
have to
something up.
be that way.
And I'm like, I'm just copying Nandor at this point. Like when I talk to editors, because it was so good. It was like I would have given him a job with his pitches.
Oh wow. Well, I feel like what is it?
Well,
Is it
he has the
Scout?
voice of God too. Like
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he really does. That nice silky voice, silky
Right.
radio voice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it which is that? Is it Scout that what's his name took over? We had him on the show for the wrestling is it he did the Tony Schiavone comic.
Dirk Manning.
Dirk,
Dirk took over Source Point Press. I actually saw him.
And he's
this
like been
past
doing
weekend.
a lot of graphic novels and stuff lately. So
Speaking of which, he wants to come on the show, bring the
Oh, he
whole
does?
Source Point gang on. Yeah, so we should talk about that at some point too.
yeah, we should. I'd love to have
Cool.
him back. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd probably be a good person to look at for when you have the collected edition or something,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely interested. I mean, it being published is sort of a matter of time for Star Noir. Just the way that people talk about it, and how easily I sell it at conventions. It's like, all right, well, clearly it's one of those books that can do that. But yeah, right now I'm just happy just building my readership, and just getting it out to people.
That's what it's all about, man.
Published
Yeah.
published as a graphic novel. Is that what?
Yeah, as a full complete story, which is going to be a pretty meaty book by the end of this thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because each chapter is like 50 pages, right?
Yeah. And it keeps getting bigger by like a couple of pages every single book.
I mean, I just can't wait for the collected hardcover edition. When that volume comes out, oh baby.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to work out with it, just...
or knock somebody out.
Oh yeah,
there you go. Smash somebody with it. Awesome. Yeah. Well, let me bring up the campaign. Let's take a look at it. So why we're talking
17K, dude. Like, congratulations, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
It's just bananas. But it's it's all the hard work you put into it and shows.
Yeah, when we were just cruising, I was just telling Gwen, it's just like, man, it feels like I'm like finally being seen with this project, and it just feels really, really cool. Like I don't know, I said it was like getting 1,000 no's, and that 1,001 it was a yes, and that's the sweetest yes I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is,
and I feel like that's how this campaign feels. It's like that 1,001 yes is now, it's like, cool, now I get to live in it. Like, so yeah, just really, really grateful for everybody to check it out and support it. I think another one of the things that we've done this time, we brought back just a book 1 tier. So if like 4 books is too much to dive in, but you want to still check it out, there's a tier that's just book 1. That ships out a lot faster because we already have those books.
You already have it, yeah.
We broke through 3 stretch goals right now.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, there was a Spotify playlist that we created where it was like 1940s tracks, dark ambient tunes, and like radio commercials. We put that into like one Spotify playlist. That was cool. My readers for 3 books have been asking for bookmarks, so we did it as a stretch goal. And then we just added more phone and wallpaper packs, and now we're working towards this vintage spoiler sticker that says "This is a spoiler," which is what I've been using to protect spoilers on previous books.
Cool.
Readers got really kick out of that, so now we made it as a sticker. I was going to make it as a sticker anyway for conventions to get people to sign up for the mailing list, but now we get to do it as a stretch goal, so that'd be awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
I love it, dude.
And you have a backup story as the top tier.
Oh yeah, I did on my Substack. I did a Christmas story with Alan and his wife, who is passed away in the story. But we told a backstory of those two,
like a prequel.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What did you say, John?
A prequel?
I guess so. Yeah, it's sort of a flash. It's not really tethered to the main plot of Star Noir. It's just something very alien that has happened to him in his past while he was married with his wife, and it kind of centered around like this strange snowfall that happened in Los Angeles. And so I did that as a Substack. People really liked it, so I was like, all right. So if we kind of hit that goal, I'll have the art team illustrate that and put that as a backup in book 4.
Oh, cool.
And I think what's great about that is that it has a nice segue to how book 5 is structured.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hope you get there, man. That'd be awesome.
For sure. So this is book 4. In the 3rd book, we tease a murder house because every good murder mystery is got to have a murder house, and then we open with that one. We bring back Betty Rose. We introduced her in the 2nd book. Something very terrible happens in the 3rd book, so they get to commiserate. There's Ellis Tate, our gray alien in his human form. He goes toe-to-toe with some crooked cops. His portal ability that he showcased in his car chase sequence in the 3rd book, we bring that back here. And there's Alan, our main homicide detective. He's getting knocked around by the shapeshifter in this scene. It's a really, really fun scene. Very
the art there. Awesome.
Yeah, the art is great.
Yeah, they just
I forget where did you find this guy again? Like
Facebook. It was a group called Connecting Artists and Writers.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so I remember just posting there. And that's Stella Belafonte. We saw her in book 2. She had a brief mention in the third book, but yeah, we brought her back there. And this is just the setup of the story.
Yeah.
You know, this is if you're a new reader, you know, you're got a breakdown of the plot, and you can definitely check out the first 9 pages for free on the campaign page if you want to check it out for free.
Nice, man.
Yeah, and there's our add-ons. Pablo and our colorist created this really awesome Batman print.
I like that.
Like,
is that
a cool print?
Is that a Elseworlds Batman, or is that one he created for this?
He created it for this. Originally, it was just supposed to be for my office because I really wanted to sort of, you know, commemorate the art team. I wanted a Batman print from them, but it looks so awesome that I was like, oh, you definitely got to add it as a reward.
Yeah, that's great. Great idea.
And I feel like at conventions that's helpful. Because I was talking to an artist at another convention, and he was like, "You got to start doing like some pop culture stuff to like lure people in." And I was like,
"Yeah, right."
I had the Akira print for Moonshine, with them walking to the horse, and then now we have this Batman one. So yeah,
I like the
I love that
enamel pins.
Oh yeah, we did enamel pins with Ellis Tate. They're over we did 50, and over half of them are sold out.
This one right here.
That's cool. Yeah, so between add-ons and the reward that it's featured in, there's less than 25 left. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a watercolor painting that Pablo did of his own volition. I was flipping through Instagram. And I saw that, and I was like, "Hey, that's the Star Noir character." And it was Pablo. He was just like, "Yeah, just wanted to illustrate something, do a watercolor." And so we
cool.
Turned it into a reward for people. So you get the previous books. We've got about 12 left of a black and white version, like a grayscale version of books 3. It's that collected one I was showing you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know you did just a black and white version. That's cool. That's fun.
It was one of our higher reward tiers in the third book. People really liked it, so we brought it back. So much so that I've had readers message me going like, "Is there going to be like a black and white one for the 4th one?" And I was like, "Well, we'll see. You know, we'll just keep your eye on the campaign page. Maybe it'll appear."
People what they want, Tony.
There's baseball cards with that features all the detectives from Central Station. There are posters, prints. Yeah,
wow,
and there's
a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, and these are 2 previews for Moonshine and Reloader, my other books. So if you want to check out those stories, they're both awesome. One's a lunar western, the other one's a revenge story set in virtual reality. Both really awesome.
Very cool, man.
And there's a team.
Yes, I love it.
If you want to play the video, it's a minute long. We do like a previously on.
It's very good.
Yeah, hell's yeah. And all of your videos have consistently been wildly entertaining, like well produced, all of it.
Let me
roll that footage.
Back in. Yeah, let me dip back in and I'll play it. All right, here we go.
Welcome back, readers. Last time in Los Angeles, our ace detective received a mysterious letter from our elusive killer. With another copper having kicked the bucket, he set out with his eager rookie to narrow their leads. They crossed paths with one Orson Welles, a real drunkard sauced all the way up to his eyeballs. Our detectives learned the late Patrick Perkins was hunting one of their colleagues before his demise. Meanwhile, Captain Higgins became a prime suspect, vanishing into a peculiar domicile in the sticks. In our next chapter, the poop hits the proverbial fan as our gumshoes tangle with the deadly shapeshifter. Several threads in our mystery reach a breaking point, tightening the noose around our detectives. Danger lurks around every corner like a back alley shadow. Things go belly up for everyone involved. Book 4 is penned by Mr. Tony James, a writer of sorts, lover of all new and science fiction. In his corner are his 3 able-bodied artists, aces in their own field, much like our detective. And jumpin' Jehoshaphat, take a gander at those awards. The exclusives are a real humdinger. Be sure to peruse the add-ons as well. Commemorate your purchase with these additional items. Don't be a fuddy-duddy. Back Star Noir today. It's the only way to defeat the communists.
My favorite.
That's great, man. I love it.
Once again, me doing the voice, sweating my face off while I'm doing it. because
I just awesome. I love it
because I just get so animated when I'm doing that voice.
Do you really?
Well, that's why you have the mustache to absorb all the sweat.
Yeah. Well, actually, it kind of retains heat, so the upper lip sweat gets really, really intense.
Oh,
let me taste this in for people to check out in the comments there. It's also going to be in the description of the video tomorrow if you guys are watching this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What product do you use in your mustache? Any like wax or something?
Yeah. There's I forget. Oh, there's a one called Death Grip that you find on Amazon. Yeah, it's got a nice, cool skull with a mustache on it that I use. I put oils in there so it smells nice for Gwen. There's like I have a minty one.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Flavor saver.
That could be a facial hair. Like have like good scented mustache or facial hair sense.
Yeah,
that'd be good
for sure. Yeah,
you gotta if you're gonna get a mustache that big, you gotta foster that thing. You gotta take care of it.
A lot of time spent making it look the way that it does.
I love it.
Were you a big Raleigh Fingers fan or?
No. No, I was a big Tombstone guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, great movie. Probably
Yeah.
in my top 10 movies of all time.
Yeah,
Tombstone.
It's one of the best.
Well, I grew it during the pandemic because I was playing Red Dead Redemption a lot, and I thought it was a good time to grow a mustache. And I kind of
I was gonna say with your other comic book, the
Moonshine.
Western Moon one,
Moonshine.
yeah, Moonshine. That you should cosplay as one of the characters. You look like somebody from that, or
that's true, man.
Do you ever do that or?
I've not, but that is a good idea. I should definitely do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and whatever logo you
say,
create for your company should have a mustache in it somewhere,
Right.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, go the full. Like, don't just cosplay and sit behind a table.
Yeah. Do the voice.
Do the experience.
Yeah,
Do the whole thing, man. You gotta, like,
do the
set
experience.
table
So what
up
Johnny
it
is
feels
saying,
like a futuristic tavern, like you're at the futuristic bar. You're behind the table. You have the cosplay on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So that way, when people come to the table, it's not just you trying to pitch a book.
Mm-hmm.
No different than you voicing that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's you giving the person an experience that brings them into your story.
Yeah, that's a good.
And also take a rope and then hog tie them by the table.
I should also get a spittoon, like just to.
Yeah, there you go.
People just start spinning. No, that's just inviting danger. That's just inviting. You have to just clean out a bucket of COVID every show.
Oh God. Con crud is enough. That I was basically inviting that.
Yeah, for real.
So real. But anyways, well, dude, it looks good. Go ahead, Johnny.
Say, we dabbled with Moonshine. For people watching, can you please? We've talked about Star Noir. Just give a quick pitch about Moonshine for the audience. So things for them to look into and look for.
Yeah, so it's a tombstone set on the moon. It involves this former retired outlaw who gets his former posse back together, and they ride to the far side of the moon to repair a harvester that's creating helium-3, which is like the main energy source of the moon. And along the way, there's aliens that come out of the ground to attack them. There's rival gangs. There's a really awesome train robbery that happens. There's moonquakes. The moon has different types of moonquakes based on its like polarity and the heat changes. So we kind of really take like the grounded science that you would see in like maybe The Martian or that Project Hail Mary movie that just came out, and we just take the tried and true like Western like vibe of it. So if you like like The Wild Bunch or Deadwood, it's a really great mashup of these two ideas. And like I said, if you want to check it out for free on the campaign, there's a link for the first 10 pages.
Awesome, man. All right, Tony. Anything else you want to shout out to the audience before we wrap this up?
My Substack is not about Travis Gibb. It's about my work.
We were wondering if that was going to come up tonight. Are you guys still feuding or what?
No, I've been writing a Substack the last 6 months. I talk about everything. I do prose. There's a great Terrificon story on there about how I learned to sell at bigger conventions. So there's a bunch of various. I give my opinions about like various comic trends and stuff. Sometimes creators like to insert themselves into Substacks that don't mention them, and I can't really control that part. But I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea to start going on shows and making up rumors about creators with zero evidence. But Travis is very much do as I say, not as I do. So pinch of salt.
Okay. I mean, we're staying.
I like you guys both, so I'm going to remain completely
like
silent.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
listen. I maintain.
We're Switzerland. This show is Switzerland. Okay.
We are Switzerland. We're very
I
Switzerland.
get along with everybody. I just sometimes I
man,
watch
you
a
do.
show and I hear my name and I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? So yeah.
Well,
But it's all good. It's
tonight,
very low.
tonight we're Austria.
Yeah.
Tonight we're Austria. We are. Big shout out to Alice.
That's great.
But it's all
well,
good.
Hopefully, let's hope one day you guys could meet.
This
at a
is what we're gonna
convention
do. You guys are gonna
and
settle in a
talk it out.
boxing match.
Maybe you guys can come.
I
to
mean,
some kind of-
if Jerry Lewis and D. Martin can do it, you guys can do it.
You guys are gonna settle in a boxing match in a ring live at Plastic City, and then if that doesn't work, you guys are gonna do it the following year in an actual Texas death match.
There you go.
We'll do a dog collar. Do a dog collar match.
Dog collar. Yes.
Dude.
Yes. You guys have to do it. No, fuck the boxing match. You guys are doing a dog collar match. It's happening at Plastic City. You have to show a little color. It's gonna be cool.
Like the
Fucking
greatest,
do it.
the greatest
Tony, you
promotion
might have to
ever.
cut
I mean,
yourself.
Put this thing
You
to
might have
bed,
to cut
and then
yourself.
at the end of it, you guys have to collaborate on a book.
Oh yeah. But that'll be something.
That'll be something.
Well,
I love you
let's put it
guys
this
both.
way.
I hope you know.
I
this.
feel like
I know.
I feel like a truce and maybe a friendship is off the table, but maybe a truce down the road. You guys will, what I mean?
You guys just have to kiss.
Well, listen, all of this creator beef is just very low stakes anyway. So it's very.
It is, but this is a
small community. Small.
You don't want to
community.
I don't know. I feel like it's in your best interest to try to get along, I guess, with him.
I mean, with 99.9% of the creators, I do get along with.
Okay,
so
that's fair then.
I feel like I make friends everywhere I go, so occasionally I'll rub someone the wrong way. But, just chalk it.
I mean, we all do, right?
Like
I
when
feel like I got a few enemies. I'm sure Johnny has a few.
I know I have a few, and I can point them out. I can count them on this and this hand and maybe 2 fucking toes.
No, it's like when you go it's like when you go on Amazon and then you see like the 4.8 ratings and you're like, why is it 0.8? And then you scroll down, it's a bunch of people didn't know how to plug it in. It's usually user error. So that's kind of it.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
I can't wait to have
hoping
Travis back on for the rebuttal.
Oh God! Well, why don't you just have us both on and then we'll
debate? I'd rather see you guys live kill each other in person.
No, I'm very.
Deathmatch. 2-man enter, 1-man leave.
I'm actually very focused on my work, so Travis does not actually not on my radar as much as I guess I'm on his. But
I feel like
we got a surprise for you. Please welcome Travis.
Like I said, I love Travis. I think he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the Summit thing is cool. If I could say one nice thing about him, the Summit Comics, the building the universe. No problems with that.
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty cool
endeavor.
I think,
Yeah.
But anyways, Tony, thanks for coming on as always. I would wish you luck, but you're already killing it.
You're slaying. You got nothing to worry about.
How many days are
keep
left?
up the good work. That's all you got to do.
We got about 16 days left. We're in the hunt for 20. We're trying to get there. We keep every day we like narrow the gap closer and closer. So I think that
Awesome,
would be really huge for Star Noir. Just for a book that was just built purely on just readers loving it. That would be really, really amazing.
Awesome. All right, Tony. Anything else you want to shout out before we let you go?
Oh, my Substack at t/j. I plugged it a little unceremoniously earlier. But it really is a good read. I do kind of give insight into being a creator. I write prose based on the existing comics that I have, so you can read extra things. It's where the Christmas story came for Star Noir. I've gotten a lot of people signing up for it and checking it out. So it's where I spend a lot of my time now when I'm not working on my books.
Smart. All right, cool.
How much?
All right, man.
How much do you how much do you anticipate a 600-page book costing when it's all said and done?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I mean, it's really the postage that I'm concerned with. It's the weight.
I think that's something you should sell exclusively, and it's only to like a certain either at conventions or like limited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might be. Just have the 6 books as who
There's
knows? I mean,
there's a very precise way you could roll out a collected edition of that could make a serious impact.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
And sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, John.
I was just gonna say, so to the point of saying that you were just saying that it's the love, the audience's love of the book.
Yeah.
Well, I think your love of the book and what you put into it shows.
Yeah.
And that's what the audience is seeing too. There's just the genuine creativity that you're pouring into it.
Yeah, I think I every single book we put our heart and soul into it, the continued excitement for it just makes us want to double down, and just because we want to exceed expectations. That's really always the goal with every single book. Like all I want to hear from my readers was, I can't wait for the next one. This was great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's the best feeling in the world.
That's the best way to end this one too. All right, Tony.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. And we will talk to you soon, I'm sure.
All right. Good to see you guys again.
All right.
See you later.
Good night, man.
Take care, man.
Right, nice seeing you.
Love you, kid.
Good night.
Awesome. Before we wrap this up though, I want to hear a little bit of both of those conventions, Johnny. Like any insight. We can do it real quick because I don't want to. I know you're tired. I'm tired. But I'd love to hear about the first year. It was a
Dragon's Realm, which was
Dragon's
in Danbury,
Realm.
Connecticut.
I saw Jay Moore was there, right? Jay.
Yep. Jay was a guest there as well. Couple of people. Deanna Destito was there. She was through comic book school. Buddy Scalera. And she has a couple other endeavors that she was working on. She's an editor. She's with Comic Beat. Like, there's a lot that she does.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
That was where? In Hudson, New York?
No, that was in Danbury, Connecticut.
Oh, Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was in a sports dome, not unlike the Game On when Plastic City was there.
Right. I saw it was like a I saw pictures of it. It looked like it was like a soccer, like the AstroTurf kind of thing.
It was AstroTurf. So but to that point, it was nice on the back.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like much like Retro Expo, same idea. Like that soft turf. Like we at least have that nice cushioning, and it's
I love
easy
that.
on our backs. You know what I mean? Especially like even C2E2 all weekend long on the hard floor is just rough. It's rough. I try to stay standing up to stay engaged, but if it's slow or if there's just a lot of looky-loos, sometimes you just got to take a break and sit down.
Yeah. Those floors are rough, and they don't get any easier as you get older.
Yep.
So I've found myself at this point in my life that if I'm going to a new convention, I'm trying to see what the floor looks like. It's bad,
Hells yeah.
Even though I've lost a little bit of weight since last year, it's still rough on.
No, it's still rough on the knees and the back, man.
Yeah,
no joke. Like no matter what.
Yeah.
The couple. I mean, there's a lot of good things about this show. There's a lot of awesome creators there. Number one. There was a really cool booth where the creator or artist, I didn't really get a chance to engage with them, but their whole motif was a hobbit hole. The whole
Oh,
booth
cool.
looked like a hobbit hole.
Oh,
and
that's
then they
neat.
were dressed up and so the same way I was kind of suggesting to Tony, this guy was already doing that and he was employing that. And he's really giving people an experience when they came to his table. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
there's
cool.
a lot of cool things like that. The celebrity guests were awesome. So Pete and Pete from the old Nickelodeon TV show. Real, Danny Tamborelli and Mike, his last name evades me at the moment, but awesome people, real nice, personable.
Those weren't the guys that got molested in that documentary, were they?
No.
Oh, okay. But was that the show? Was that the
No,
show?
you're thinking of Josh and Drake.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Pete
yeah.
and Pete was like
they got molested.
What? You didn't watch that documentary? The whole world was talking about it. You missed that?
No, I have no idea. I guess so. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, guys.
I don't know the intricacies of that, so we don't want to get sued or anything.
Yeah,
news to me.
Right. But real nice celebrity guests that came around during slow times and they checked out our stuff and our goods.
Oh,
and
cool.
Introduced
That's
themselves.
always cool.
Yeah, everybody was really super nice. The critiques were the layout. There's times where
I saw the wide aisles were so friggin' wide.
It was, I think, and again, this is a new show, so and he's a first-time promoter.
Yeah.
So you could see the gaps that were there. Now he took care of everybody. Like he took care of all the people the best he could. So I cut him a lot of slack. It's not easy to do these things. You know what I mean? So to that point, there's just because you have all that space doesn't mean you need to fill it. And I think he would have been better off in its totality if he used only half and kept the aisles tighter.
Yeah.
And this is something that I can even critique at C2E2 with wider aisles. Like we're in indie comics, right? You want to be able to see, you want the person to walk by your table and happen to glance more closely at something that'll catch their eye than it would if they're walking down the middle of the aisle, just shuffling along with traffic, right?
Yeah, right.
So to that point, a tighter aisle, as kind of congested as it might be, it may offer the opportunity as people are filtering through to stop and actually look at something and look at the table and maybe even pick something up and go, oh, I didn't notice that. And then
plus to that point, he might even be able to get a discount on the place because they could still rent out the other half to somebody else or whatever,
Part of it was the functionality of it too, is because, as they were loading in, there was some problems with, shutting the place down for its actual usage and setting it up for a Comic-Con. And then even the same thing for Breakdown, where like that didn't go so as smooth as it may have could have. But all that aside, I mean, the area showed up for the show and they came to check it out. There was pretty good attendance. It just, for some, it may have not felt that way because it was so spread out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But for a first time show, I think it was pretty good in that regard.
And you did well. I mean, I'm not going to
I did really
discuss the numbers, but I was impressed with how well you did.
I was shocked at how well I did. And that's not like a knock on anything. It's just that the economy all of last year was bad for a lot of creators, and myself included. So this being my first show, this year, I was pleasantly surprised that I did so well. I think there's a couple of things that had to do with it. I had a lot of space to show off my work.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to have quality conversations with people as they came to the table. And I think that gave me an opportunity to show my genuine self and my,
that always
my work.
helps.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. And then,
has there been a convention in Danbury before?
No, nothing in Danbury.
So maybe that's why. Maybe people were thirsty or hungry for comics. Maybe they came out to like.
Yeah, probably.
It was a blend of audiences from Saratoga and from Terrificon. So
Okay.
I saw people from both of those shows, and it was kind of like a blend of those two. And it was a nice mix. It was a show that definitely could have used and benefited from, say, like a drink and draw the way IC3 had one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would have been a really great opportunity to get some people together. And the hotel was there. Like we could have, easily organized it if it was more thought out and whatever the case may be. But that being said, I have an optimism for that show that with refinements, doubling down on things and some promises elsewhere. I think it could really grow to be a big show. And
is his plan to keep going, or was he disappointed with the first year?
I have a phone call with him this week, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always available if he needs, if he needs tips or anything, like
I can
throw that out to him,
Yeah, for sure. I'll put you in touch.
Was there-
he's a really good guy. So
yeah. Tell him, I've been through this almost 10 years now, and we do pretty well. And go ahead, Harry.
Was there a theme to this convention? I mean, it's called Dragon Con or whatever. Was there like
you said it was a bunch? It was a bunch of stuff, right? Gaming. It was everything, right? It was like one of those fandom events, right? Where it's like all kinds of stuff.
It was pretty all inclusive. So and it wasn't like where I had hoped there was like, oh, this is your artist alley and this is your this, and it did have panels, but everything else was mixed in, and then there was your celebrities in the back. So it was kind of like you said, a fandom show or a pop culture show, and not just a straight like Comic-Con,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, would you say how many people were? How many like indie creators were there and artists or
quite a few?
Quite a few. That's good.
I was kind of surprised. Yeah, there was a few that were there, and people actually we saw that at IC3. You know what I mean? Cool. Were there as well. Yeah. So there was a lot of indie creators local to the area that were there, and they showed up, and even people who did well. You know what I mean?
That's good to hear.
For every bad thing, there was like a good thing with this show. You know what I mean?
And that was a 2-day one, right?
It was a 2-day. Maybe it could have benefited from being a 1-day, but even for it being a 2-day, it was good. Ticket price is a little too high, I'd say, for being a first-time show.
What was he charging?
I forget offhand. I'd go to the website and check. I'd say if people are interested, but yeah, I mean, it was a good show for me. And then I sold out so much that it actually set me up to fail for C2E2.
Yeah, we were saying that at the beginning of the show, like you did like not as good. Well, honestly, looking at that, like I look at it this way, it's like, would you rather sell out or still have you'll still have all that stuff? You know what I mean? It's better to sell it out and then have to go do another print run. It's good in the long term. Right. But it hadn't now you have to pay for another print run.
Well, I was debating at Dragon's Realm if I should rush ship something, because I was like, is it even worth it? Can I even get there if I paid a premium? And I think even if I did that and I sold those extra few copies I may have missed at C2E2, I then would have just broken even. So like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you rush ship it, then you're probably killing your profit margin there.
Right. And I may have not even gotten it in time. So
right. I hear those guys are down to like a 10-day turnaround now, so that's kind of good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although someone was saying this, and I don't know how true this is, but someone was saying that I gotta look into it. I don't know. I don't know. I think they just misheard, but they were saying that Comics Wellspring wants to like put their logo on your covers or something for a discount. And I'm like, that sounds a little odd. So I was like, if they did that, like what? So they look like they published the book with you? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
It sounded a little weird. I don't know how true that is. I don't.
I would say like if they wanted to offer an emblem, like the comics code, that was like a certificate of, hey, I got this printed through here, and this is a stamp of approval of quality.
Right.
I can endorse that. But to feature simply just a logo, I would
probably
be a little skeptical on that. I think if they developed a stamp that was theirs, that did the same thing you said, like, okay, we'll offer you a discount or yada yada, whatever the case may be. You put this quality, like, you know, symbol or significance of quality stamp on your book, then we will offer you that discount. The same way they do it for the Kickstarter campaign. When you
right.
You know, they give you a little bit of a discount.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a feeling that information was probably wrong. I haven't looked myself.
Possibly.
I feel it's just the same thing that they've done in the past, where you can have them do your back cover with an ad for a discount or an inside page or whatever, you know?
Right, something to that effect.
So, so even though, like, you know, it wasn't a good turnout for you with C2E2, was C2E2, because I had heard Bobby that I work with at Geek Boutique was there as well, and he told me today that he felt it looked like it was deader than previous years.
I mean, there's times I walked the floor and it was packed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I guess to that point, yeah, it did feel slightly deader.
Okay.
And I guess people kept saying that there were other Comic-Cons happening this past weekend. And because C2E2 is a bigger show, I wonder, but they're farther away.
Okay.
So I don't know how much of an impact it would have made. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was a nice weekend in Chicago too. There was only one cold day. I don't know if that worked against things.
Oh yeah, sometimes that'll work against you. Yeah, that nice.
And then
weather.
there was also a No Kings protest in front of the venue on Saturday. So I don't know if that was a detriment for people to get into the show.
Like people that weren't into it to go into the show, right? Like
something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
like
I don't like pointing to things to say, oh well, this is definitely it. You know what I mean? There's too many variables to say.
Sounds like a bunch of factors there, though.
There's a lot of factors, I think. But to that point, there was a lot of silver lining too. Like I spent some booth time with my collaborator on the with Kara from Cthulhu is Hard to Spell. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then we hung out after we got a few drinks. We even started developing another chapter of that story.
Oh, cool! That you guys are gonna do is like one.
Yes, we're gonna do another short story of that takes place in that lineage.
Okay, and then
the only tease I'm gonna give is that it's inspired by Labyrinth.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah, which we also came to the conclusion is a very sketchy movie because. Like she's supposed to be like 14 in that movie, and David Bowie's he wants to get all up in that business. Very sketchy.
Very sketchy. Speaking of Jennifer Connelly, I did enjoy all those memes that they did of that scene from Career Opportunities. Did you see those?
I don't know if I know that. What is it?
So I don't know what was going on. A few weeks ago, they were doing, the scene in career. You've seen Career Opportunities, right? The scene where she's on the scene where she's on the horse, the horse ride, and the guys are watching her.
So many,
yes.
Yeah, they did
so many memes lately.
Variations of that, like a couple weeks ago. Like the two best I saw was. They did a Transformers one where RC was on the rocking horse, and then you see Hot Rod and I forget which other Transformer is. They're watching her, and they're eating energy instead of like the hot dogs. And then they did one. The best one I thought was they did one with the Tarman zombie from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah,
and then it was funny. But if you got time, you can go look those up. Just look up Career Opportunities and
meme.
Yeah, meme. And you'll find them. Most of them are done with AI, of course. But
right.
It just redoes the scene with those guys. But funny stuff. But anyways,
that was another thing that was very prevalent on the floor. is that everybody's very vehemently against AI.
Yeah, it's just going to get worse and worse with that stuff.
Which, to that point, made me rethink on how much more of a challenge it's going to be for the Majestic Reader guys.
Oh, those guys have an uphill battle.
It really is an uphill
really
battle.
They really do. As much as I think the software is great, I don't think they've thought about the whole community in general. I would say 99% of the comic book community is against AI. So you're only working with 1%.
Everybody who I mentioned it to vehemently rejected the idea.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, that's tough.
I was going to ask Alice tonight earlier, like, because her work's so amazing, that I can see her being accused of maybe, I know she does her own work, but if you do a really good job, if you're a great artist, and you do a really good job, you'll. What do you guys think? Did I cut out?
Froze there.
Yeah, you cut out.
No, I'm saying, like, if you are a really great artist, and you do great, drawings or whatever, you might be accused of AI, and even though you never used it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I don't think with her, like, nothing in there particularly looked very AI-ish to me, but there's certain looks, there's certain artists. I'm not saying arts now. Yeah. Some of the cover art, I'm like, I don't know about this guy, but
yeah.
One thing I wanted to say though about the Majestic Reader, to be fair to those guys, a lot of the stuff that looked like AI is the stuff that they made with their where they animated the panels. But you could do that, you don't even have to animate the panels. You could just, so I don't know. There was a little bit of AI, but not like as much as you think,
Joe Schmalke made a good point when I was talking to him about it.
Oh, that's right. He was there, right? Yeah.
He goes, a human could do that too.
Human. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, oh, that's a very good point. And then to that point, it also made me think more about, well, it's not about the AI component of Majestic Reader. It's the layers. That's the real cool thing about that platform.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? And there's a lot more there than just the AI. Yeah. While the AI makes it like really come to life, there's a lot more going on there than just the AI. And for people to discount it for that alone, I think is critical. It's critically wrong.
Yeah. Basically, like, with AI, I have no real desire to use it for anything. So I'm always going to just make comics the way I've always made them, so.
Right. Exactly.
Unless something breaks, but.
I think if we stay true to our own creative voices, and I think you're good to go, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, as far as AI, I will use it to like help research, but that's it. Like,
Well, I mean, so yeah, like you said, you were able to make discoveries and find things that you thought before you couldn't find an answer to, using that as a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are cool things there. It is a good tool. It is a bad everything else. You know what I mean?
Yep. Touche. Anything else though you wanted to say about C2E2? Was it just its normal?
C2E2 has an awesome indie creator crowd.
That's cool.
Yeah, that Christian who's in that Comics Wellspring ad, other guy in comics with the bandana, like he was there. So it was like, I got to see him, and I was like, dude, he goes, and like I don't think we had met before, but it was like, dude, we know each other. We're the two indie guys with the bandana, we know each other. Yeah. So it was cool to be able to meet, meet him. Artist by the name of Davey Stone, I think it was. I forget his last name, but he was adjacent to me. He had some really cool Metal Gear and like Godzilla fan art, horror stuff. We actually chatted a little bit about Japanese horror movies and like that, like biomechanical kind of horror stuff, which we both think.
Did you run into cool. Tim Jones? Wasn't he there with the?
Not only did I went to Tim Jones.
Oh, nice.
Because somebody, I forget. Oh, George Medina was there.
Oh, George was there.
And
too?
yeah, and George was like, he was busting George's. He was telling George to bust my balls about not going to visit him, and I hadn't gone to see him yet, and that he wasn't cool enough or whatever the case may be. And I went over there, and it was him and Emily Druin.
Oh, okay. Emily was there too.
Yeah,
Wow.
Emily was there too. So I got to chat with them for a little bit, and then
they're all part of that whole national cartoonist thing,
which I think is very cool. That whole
Yeah,
group
it's very
is really
cool.
cool. Yeah, and then you guys have KidsCon coming up soon, right?
Yes.
Next week
is this this Saturday is retro, but it's the following Sunday.
Following week. Yeah. Oh, it's a Sunday.
It's on a Sunday, which is kind of sucks, but
interesting.
Yeah, I'm hopefully it'll be it's my first time doing their Nashua one, so hopefully it'll be all right, so
right on. Yeah, Emily seems pretty excited about it.
That's good. It's in that same place where Joe had Monster Expo, that nice hotel, the Castle.
Oh yeah.
So
that attracts an audience. So
yeah, it's a great location. So
you guys will probably do really well there.
I hope so. Amy's got a new Five Nights at Freddy's print that came out pretty awesome, and she's working on K-pop Demon Hunters one. So I bet that one's gonna kill.
Oh, cool.
Both of those actually are gonna kill because like kids are way into that stuff.
Oh, I saw endless cosplays, fan art, like so much of that was running rampant all over C2E2.
Yeah, it's the big thing now for kids, and
it's the huge thing. Yep.
That and One Piece. One Piece, which just ended the second season. So
on Netflix, the live action. I also got to see my buddy Chris Marchman, who's doing covers for Robert Kirkman through on Battle Beast and Transformers.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, so it was really cool to see him. Yeah, he did that like Space Marine short I have.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, and I was tabling with my buddy Jimmy Kutsai. He did Deck the Halls.
He's about to blow up too, right?
Oh, dude, his table was busy so like all weekend long. He was doing so well.
Nice. Good for him.
I was really happy and proud for the kid.
Is he on a mainstream book now or no?
He's got something in the works at Titan that he was talking about that he couldn't give too much detail on. So I don't know what it was, but I know he's working on some pretty exciting stuff. Yeah.
I heard their Conan stuff is blowing up over there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh man, if he's doing Conan. Oh.
Well, did you see that
Conan?
That would be cool. Like, because they got Jim Zub writing it, and then like they're doing like they did the old magazine style and everything. It's all in black and white. I was like, that's the way to do this, do it just like the old Marvel stuff,
Yeah,
so
that'd be cool. His art style would be perfect for that.
Would be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you remember that when he came on with Eddie Klinker for Devil Paid Men?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like his art style would be so perfect for that. And as a matter of fact, he just got copies of that book in at the show. So he was selling it there, doing remarks. It was really just awesome just to see Jimmy work.
Nice. That's awesome. I saw did you run into Elliot? Elliot
Mondry did phenomenal. He was the row on the other side of us, and he just killed it. He had a team of 3 to 4 at his table working. They had the full table. They just had their system in place. Those guys were doing great. I'm so proud of them.
That's great. Yeah, he's such a nice guy, and I appreciate that he helped us out with our thing.
His book is a little semi-autobiographical, and I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and I read it at the show, and it was like, it's one of those things that for people who are struggling out there, like they need to read this kind of book. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That book in the right hands could do a lot of good. Put it that way.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, it sounds like it was pretty decent,
I had a bad show, but that doesn't mean it was a bad show.
Gotcha. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then hopefully this weekend retro will be good. I'm hoping like people are hungry coming out of the winter.
No doubt. And I
mean,
always
like,
enjoy
both-
retro. I think it's a great
retro's
show.
fun, man.
It's a fun show. Joe and Wendy are awesome. They're really great, sweet people. They know how to put on a Comic-Con. And I can't wait to be there this weekend.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be fun. And then we'll have to maybe go out to dinner after or whatever, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll work. If you get some money left. No, I can pay this time. I'll pay.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Yeah.
I also, well, I think I already told you, but I found out that AEW is coming back to Boston most
Okay.
likely. in
Oh,
July.
yeah. I gotta hear before we shut this down. I gotta hear. So what was that? What was going on there? Like AEW was there at C2E2?
No, so this was Pro Wrestling Tees, the website. Basically,
Okay.
the
What is
same
this web-
T-shirt.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
t-shirt place.
It's a T-shirt company that's pretty much AEW's T-shirt provider.
Oh, and
Right.
they brought in all the AEW people.
They brought, so they deal in some AEW stuff, but they don't have the exclusive like merchandising rights. But I think they print for AEW or at least they used to. But either way, they brought in a lot of AEW people. So they had Orange Cassidy, they had Roderick Strong, they had Tommaso Ciampa, and Marina Shafir. Yeah.
So those four did you get to meet all four?
So I got a photo with Tommaso Ciampa, who was really nice. He was from Boston, and we got to talk. He gave me a lot of time, so we talked a little bit about the area and where he's from, growing up here, things like that. Real sweet guy. I told him that
he's awesome.
He's awesome. I told him I was really happy to see him in AEW because the very little I saw him on the other side of the court, I don't feel like he was great at getting great utilization, and here he is.
And
Like
did he agree with you?
He seemed like he did. Like he seemed like he was very happy that he's
Well,
made the
hell, they
change.
gave him the TNT belt his first freaking match.
Amazing. Awesome.
He's got a good look to him too. Like I never was he with WWE before? Like I don't know.
He was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's good. I like him. He's got an intensity about him, and I'm a little behind on AEW, but I did watch the last Collision where he went. I don't know what the fuck Leo Rush is doing now. Like that character he's doing.
He's doing like a golem.
It's so weird, dude.
I kind of like it.
Okay, but
it's
like,
weird.
It's so hobbit holes.
Weird. And like, because it's like disturbed, but he's like doing it really good.
Yeah, like
You know,
I just loved when Tommaso came in and was just like looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's so weird. He's going full commitment to it, but he's still He's like adapting to the wrestling style because he's very much a high flyer, right? So, and he's very limber and he's small. So all those things he's using to his advantage to do this very weird golem-like role. And like when he animal runs around the ring and it looks fucking weird and inhuman, like to me, he's developing a character and he's giving it his all. And to that, I'm like, okay, I can get on board with that. Even if it's fucking weird as shit, I can get on board with it.
On me. It's just so bizarre. But anyway,
it's so bizarre. But
I did like that match between them two.
So actually, I haven't seen that match yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll check it out. But
it's
to
funny.
That point,
it's good.
I bet it is. I can't wait to watch it actually. But
so no, I gotta ask you: was Marina Shafir? Did she keep kayfabe with you?
Not really. I mean, she was just nice, and it was short and brief. Like I got a lot of time with Tommaso. We were talking because we were talking more about the commonalities of Boston and culture and things like that, and a little bit about wrestling at the end. And with her, I was just like, because at first I was only wanting to meet Tommaso, but then I was like, oh well. When am I going to maybe not get a chance to meet Marina again? So I was like,
she's a cool one to meet.
I was like, she's a death rider. So that's what I told her. I just didn't want to pass up my chance to meet a death rider. And she was like, thank you. That means a lot.
Oh, cool. She was nice about it. That's cool. Yeah. And you guys did the birds. I thought was great.
Yeah. was her idea. So
nice. All right. Yeah, I like that. And did you get to meet Orange Cassidy?
I was approaching later on just to see who was on the schedule, and he was just checking out at that point. And I had met Orange Cassidy before, so it really wasn't like something I wanted.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was jumping on.
I didn't know if you had met him before.
But I was thinking, it was like, oh well, like if I was at a show again with you, Keith, and he was there, I would say that's where I would probably go again to meet him. You know, that way we can all go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool. I didn't know you had met him before, but I thought getting Marina Shafir's picture was cool, man. I like her.
Yeah, that was
fiery, dude.
That was really cool. Yeah, and there's actually one other cool little, like, weird little AEW thing that I from the show. So if you look in the audience, there's a few people you'll always see at ringside in certain cities.
Okay.
Like, I'm one of them, obviously. But there's this redheaded girl in the Chicago area that's always ringside.
Okay.
And and watching the show and just always seeing it, knowing, I was walking by and I was like, I think that's the girl that's always ringside. So I like caught up to her. I was like, excuse me. And she was dressed as Phoenix. I was like, Phoenix, excuse me. And she was probably just thinking I wanted to snap a photo of a cosplay or whatever. Yeah. I go, are you the girl that's always ringside at AEW? And she was like, yep, that's me. And I was like, yeah, I'm the guy from Boston that's always ringside. And we ended up taking a photo together. Here, hang on.
Oh, I'll have to look for this girl now. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she very notoriously flipped off Hangman for an entire match. She was real cool though. She was very sweet, and she was like, when I was like, "Oh, you're that girl, right?" She goes, "Yeah, it's hurting my wallet." I'm like, "Tell me about it."
Nice.
Yeah,
all right, well, I want to wrap this up. We've gone so long tonight.
We've gone so long, and I'm so fucking dead tired.
I know. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll keep it tight tonight, and we go fucking longer. I'm sorry,
it's
Johnny.
All good, dude. It's all good. I'm happy to be here. You know.
Yeah,
I mean?
And the guests were great tonight.
You've done it, Johnny. You made it all the way through.
I know. I was like, when I was sleeping on the floor of the terminal, I was like, I just wanted to be like 11 o'clock Monday night, get through the show, and I'm ready to fucking
catch your week back up to normal again. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to a lot of emails to reply to, and I got to watch
good though too, unless Comic Crud comes after or days after.
Oh, yeah, don't jinx me.
Your voice is actually not. I thought you wouldn't be able to talk well tonight, but your voice is fine.
Yeah,
I didn't do as much heavy drinking.
That's it.
I think that's why.
Awesome. All right, so everybody, thanks for checking out another episode of Indie Comics Relay. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Join us every other Monday for our live streams. Thank you for joining us tonight. We've got 40 people still watching us. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody.
Nice. Thank you guys
great
for watching.
Little couple of guests tonight.
Awesome.
Alice was awesome, and Tony's always great when he comes on. So
love Tony James.
All right, everybody. Have a great week and read some comics, everybody.
And also Drake and Josh were with you.
Yes. All right.
I think there's only one of them.
We stand with you.
Oh, we're gonna get sued or something.
God. Good night, everybody.